All right, now what's happening? This is your boy KQKC, and we are right here with another edition of OG Boxing Talk. We got all the OGs in here today. We got Kurt Anderson, we got Trap House Boxing, we got Blood Boxing, and we got Fernando Don in here today. So how y'all feeling today? Kurt, how you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling good. You know, we had two major cards last night. A surprise, we'll get into it. You know, Sunday morning is great, man. Back on this boxing talk.
Oh, yes, most definitely. What about you, Blood? How you doing down there in the sticks?
Hey, man, yeah, I'm down here in the sticks, man, but I ain't as deep in the woods as Trap House Boxing, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm doing good down here, man. You see, Trap House and already dropped off because you can't find no damn signal. But yeah, man, everything's good, man. It's an honor to be in here with you guys again, my big brothers and my little bro, Trap House. I'm all right.
Okay. That's good. That's what's up. And Fernand, I can see you doing better and feeling good. So I'm glad you let us use your platform for today edition of OG Boxing. So and appreciate Stay Ready in that super chat. He said, top of the top. What's good, OG? First upset of 2020. Yes, sir. We're going to get to that. All right. And appreciate that, Stay Ready Boxing. All right. Now, let's see who we got in the house right now. I see Elvis Hanson. What's good, Elvis? Super Sam Kennedy. What's going on, my man? All right. Show me what's going on. He said, I didn't see that coming. Rock One. What's good? TZ Frank. Salute to the panel and the chat. Oh, this motherfucker is jumping. All right. Okay, let me see. Okay. Avery's up Pendindo. He said top of the AM to the OGs. All right. Stay Ready Boxing's in the house. J.A. Dixon is in the house. And we got C. Woods in the house and Kazu Cream. And no other than my sister, the queen, Miss Boxing. All right. And Blackham TV, he's in the house. And Trignode, the one that's always chasing the big women for them food stamps. All right. Then you got my man, let me see, Sheldon Holmes and William Branson. I can't get everybody, but welcome to OG Boxing Talk. Now, let's get down to it. All right.
Hey, hold 1 second, KQ, because we're a little bit off. I need to make sure I say what's up to the members. Man, to the members of the OG Boxing Talk members. SB Rob 4 Brantley, what's good with you, man? Thank you for your support. Queen 71, thank you for your support. Hurricane Carter, thank you so much for your support. Chris Jones, ILG Jones, Miss Boxing, Eric Jenkins, Daniel McCray, iRock D-Style Boxing. It's interesting. LDBC, Underground Asylum, Tony Fielder, Gravy Davy, Brothers Moses, Ghetto Life Boxing, Gregory Wyatt, Romero Harris, 78 Sports TV, Kenneth Johnson, Sugar Fantastic, Lowest Common Denominator Boxing, home of the demographic, Cali Enigma, and the African Sci-Fi Scholar. Thank you guys so much for your support. Those are all the OG Boxing Talk level members and the LDBC support members. Thank you guys so much for your support. That's one of the perks of being a member is you make sure you get your name called on all the live streams. So thank y'all very much. Go ahead.
Okay, appreciate it. And Justin Marsh in the super chat. Appreciate you, Justin Marsh. Yes, sir. And we got Trap House Boxing. How you feel today, Trap House? Tell them how they can follow you, man.
He said, "Give him a second. His Bluetooth is tripping."
Yeah, he out in the woods, man.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, okay. Well, Kurt Anderson, tell them how they can follow you.
My name is Curtis Anderson, better known as Kurt Sugar. You can follow me on Blue Blood Sports TV Monday through Friday. We come on different times, 5 o'clock Eastern, 5:30. You know, it depends, Blue, because he's always on the grind. But you can follow me there. And of course, OG Boxer Talk Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's me.
All right. What about you, Blue? How can we get in contact with you? How we can follow you?
Hey man, y'all can find me on the boxing spreadsheet. You can also find me at Retro Boxing and Documentaries. In fact, I got a new documentary coming out that I think I'm gonna drop today, maybe later this evening, man. The heavyweight series is reopening. All right, so be on the lookout for that, guys. Go over there and subscribe. That's all I can say pretty much. That's it. That's the only, I don't fuck with all that Instagram and all that other shit. So that's it.
Yeah, me neither, man. I don't do all that shit. Yeah. And for now, I know everybody know how they can follow you, right?
I don't know. Follow me on Twitter. And because fuck with Blood's talking about, I'm on that Twitter. That's just fun. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. Also, man, check me out on Patreon. I got a new couple series coming up on Patreon. One is called The Whole Story. And I just contract with somebody to work on a high level documentary based on just individual fights that have just recently happened and older fights. And also rewatch, where we go through old footage of old fights, watch that, and then the usual just chopping it up type of social issues. I hope you guys would, if you're a member of the Patreon, and you have not checked out the videos in a while, make sure you go check them out. If you're not a member, you're invited to join. And that's me. You can get me on Patreon, you can get me on Twitter, and you can get me here on YouTube.
Okay, that's what's up. And I'm KQKC, and you can follow me right here on YouTube Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. Central Time, and also on OG Boxing 8 a.m. Central Time. And I want to thank Mr. J Duck 20X in the super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Now, and Andre the Finest, want to thank you for that super chat. He said, top of the morning, gentlemen. Salute to the LDBC family. That's local damn boxing community. If you didn't know, now your asses know. All right? Now, let's get down to it. All right? Now, back in the day, y'all know I've been married not once, but twice. So, goddamn it, marriage ain't for me. But I'm going to tell you, romance is for me, right? And one thing about romance, I know how to get the women, and I know how to get the women. I ain't no ugly motherfucker, never was, right? That's when I had hair, too. But I used to throw some songs on the tune, and man, I get the women going, right? I throw some Luther Vandross. That's one of my favorite singers. I throw a Luther Vandross and Beyonce, The Closer I Get to You remake. Now, that's my favorite singers right there, right?
Hey, man, you moderating? We're talking. Answer the question, man.
Okay, I'm going to
get to it. Club boxing.
Come on, Fernando.
You be moderating. What are going on a long ass speech? You're supposed to ask the question.
Birthday, Fernando. Shit.
That nigga's birthday.
Okay.
Answer the question.
So tell me, Kurt, man, what was your favorite song back in the days to get the ladies say in the groove?
Oh man, I'm a music lover, man. Like boxing, it was Earth, Wind and Fire, Reasons. It was Stevie Wonder, multiple songs. Chic is my favorite group of all time. It's a song called A Warm Summer Night. That's a classic. You had great albums back in the day, man, like Ohio Players and Earth, Wind and Fire, Chic. Probably like the late 70s was probably the greatest era in R&B music, and Marvin Gaye album as well. Multiple songs by him. Marvin Gaye is my favorite singer of all time. So I would have to say Marvin Gaye or many songs by Earth, Wind and Fire. You can't lose with them. You will never see those type of artists again.
Oh no! Oh, never see them type again. What about you, Blood? I know you was a player from the Himalayas, man. What you do?
Oh man, I was definitely a player, man. Since my day of birth, man. When the nurse assistant saw me, it started then, bro. It started right then. As soon as the nurse took me out to my mama cooch, that's when I became the player, my brother. I've been a player since. Now, as far as music. Man, I listen to some P-Bro Bryson. I play it for him, man. I know you like that P-Bro Bryson, and I play him some woo woo woo, some of that Jeffrey Osborne, if you woo 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 and all that shit. Okay? Yeah, man. I play that. I play that guy like Trap House, because that's what Trap House gonna say. He's gonna talk about guy, but I play that shit too. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm a nasty nigga though, man. Okay, 2 Live Crew comes from Florida. We some dirty niggas down here. So for all you hoochie mamas, that's what I will play for you. I'll play y'all 2 Live Crew. I'll smack these girls in the ass. I'll violate their soul. I'll violate their hoe because my dick was on swole. That was my motto. I'll violate your hoe. I'll violate your soul because my dick on swole. That's right. I'll take these bitches, play them some loop, man. Smack them on their ass, nut in their mouth, send them home to kiss their boyfriend. That's right. Because that's how down and dirty I am, nigga. That's love music to me, man. Luke Skywalker Records. Salute to you. That's all I got to say.
I heard that, blood. You like, yeah, you're right. People Bryson, Luther Vandross, and Freddie Jackson, man, there was some motherfuckers there. Trap House, you back with us?
Yeah, I'm here, man. Everybody doing?
Okay, I can't hardly hear you a little bit.
Turn up your volume, Trap.
Yeah, just turn up your volume.
What about now?
No, I still can't hear you.
Damn. Matter of fact, look, I'm gonna come right back on. Just go to phenomenal.
Okay, you good right there.
Okay.
Yeah, you good right there.
I hear you right now. We just heard you just then.
Oh, okay. Well, I like a whole bunch of man. I was probably like the only cat in my crew that really listen to R&B the way I listen to R&B, man. I listen to everything. I like Keith Sweat. I like the Isley Brothers, Levert, Shirley Murdoch. I like Switch. Shit, man. The list goes on and on. Guy, Keith Sweat. That's my man right there. Man, I play a little bit of everything, man. I like Whitney Houston. I like everything. All that R&B shit. I loved it. I loved it. I'm an R&B guru, man. But that's what I play. It wasn't really just too many specific songs. Just a little bit of everything, just whatever got right at the time.
Okay. I heard that. What about you, Panay? What made you get in the groove?
I mean, I like Stevie Wonder, like as a Stevie Wonder. Listen to a lot of Teddy Pendergrass. Like what's that dude's name, man? Like Peebo Bryson, just the usual stuff. Whatever they was playing on the radio at the time. I wasn't too particular. Whatever she liked, I liked.
Oh, okay. So you got along to get along. So okay, I heard that, man.
I know he was listening to that damn George Michael. You know he was listening. You know he was listening to Careless Whispers, my nigga.
Man. Hey, if them panties got wet, I would play Led fucking Zeppelin. That shit don't make no difference to me. I drown that shit out. I'm completely focused.
But,
Surface too, man. I like Surface, man. That's another group I like.
Man, look, I love, like I was saying, I love Luther Vandross and all his songs and Freddie Jackson. I mean, anything slow and baby making music, I was in there for real. And maybe that's
I understand it, KQ. I tell you, to me, the best crooners were the Stylistics, man. That was my group. Hurry Up This Way Again is a classic. I just had to say that.
Oh yeah. They had voices. That's when they was able to sing back then. They didn't have all the machines and reverb and all that on your voice. You get out there with a microphone, you sing, and you sing good, So
and can't leave out the Temptations, man. We can't leave out the Temptations.
Oh yeah. The first Temptations.
Yeah.
Yep. They was good. So anyway, anybody watched the Alvarez and Seals fight? I missed it. So what about you, Kurt? How you think that fight went?
Well, it went just like I thought it would go. Seals is maybe a C fighter. He had power. He was knocked out by Edwin Rodriguez. That's a classic fight. They kept knocking each other down. That's his claim to fame. Then he got knocked out in the third round, I believe, and he was just too slow. And Alvarez beat him to the punch, and he suffered a brutal knockout. He couldn't get off. And I say, he's just ready to lose. Certain fighters like that, you could see that. And he was a victim of a straight right hand right down the pipe. He was always second. He was losing on the scorecards. He wasn't aggressive. He wouldn't let his hands go. And Alvarez just had to sit and duck. And boom, one right hand. It was brutal. Fight's over. And Michael Seals go back to being a journeyman.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, because Alvarez is a good fighter too. Okay, what about you, Trap? When you did you get a chance to
we already did it. We went through everybody twice now.
What's that?
We went through everybody on the music questions.
No. I'm talking about the fight.
Fanon, you got to keep up.
Sorry,
Bro. I'm gone from there, Fanon. Come on, bro.
I'm too stuck on the fact that somebody focused that you said dick on swole and got the video demonetized again.
Fanon, go ahead and take your ginger shot.
I can say what I want. Last night,
you can, but you show fire every time.
No, just take that ginger shot, man. Put it in your coffee and just get up to par.
Nigga, I'm straight, dog. I'm working on my blood pressure. I ain't just no coffee for me.
I heard.
I'm working on my blood pressure.
Okay.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Feels like I take them. Yeah, but what about you, Trap? Did you get a chance to see the fight?
Yeah, I watched the fight, man. It was actually, man, it was kind of a boring fight, not really boring, but it was a lot of tying up on Canahan's behalf. He would like tie up a lot when Elite Alvarez would like work the jab and come inside. Every time he would come inside, Canahan would tie up and would try to make Alvarez reset. But they were like throwing in spurts. They would let their hands go in spurts. And like you said that Elite Alvarez was first a lot. But a lot of those through the whole fight, they both was looking for that right hand the whole fight. You could tell they was just throwing the right hand the whole time. And my man, he was just too stiff. He was too slow, too stiff. He was just looking to counter the whole night. And he ended up just getting caught, man. He got caught. What round was that? The fifth? What was the fifth or the sixth round when he got hurt the first time? At the end of the round, he got let off the hook. He was in trouble.
About the sixth.
Yeah, he had never been past the sixth round anyway, But the thing is, the only thing I didn't even know these guys was fighting until the other day. But I had thought it was gonna be a more entertaining fight than what it was because Canahan's do got some power. He and I was just wondering, like, man, whoever landed that right hand first, I just want to see the reaction. And Alvarez was getting that first, man. He got him, and the way he dropped him, man, he was asleep in the air before he hit the ropes. His head bounced off the ropes. I was like, man, he threw. He ain't getting up. And he tried to get up. It was more like a little, a Lubin effect when he was trying to get up. But he just didn't have it in him, man. Didn't have it in him at all. And I think that Canahan should have did, he should have let his hands go a little bit more. He should have been trying to work to the body instead of just sitting back counterpunching all night. He didn't work no jab at all. Kept his head on the line all night long to get hit. And right before leading up to the knockout, Alvarez was finding a home for that jab more often than he was in the early round. You could just see he was catching him with 2 and 3 jabs in a row. I said, oh boy, he up for the taking. And right then there he got. I put my head down and looked up. It was a wrap. Wow. It was a. But yeah, that was it though, man. It could have been more entertaining. If it would have been more entertaining, somebody would have been asleep earlier than what it was. It wouldn't even went 7 rounds. I guarantee you that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cause I missed it, man. I missed that fight. So, what about you, Blood? You get a chance to watch it?
Yeah, man. Hey, that was one hell of a knockout, KQKC, man. I would advise that you go back and look at that, man, because Alvarez knocked that boy limp. Listen, and I'm impressed with Alvarez too, because if you guys don't know, Alvarez, he's an older guy that's coming off of an Achilles tear. Which he had no surgery or nothing like that. And he got back in there and he did what he had to do. I think when he first got in there, he was kind of hesitant because he was kind of testing that Achilles. You know what I'm saying? Being an older guy, not getting surgery, but he moved pretty good off of it. I think that Alvarez still has a few good fights left. And one thing that he definitely does have is some major league power, man. I mean, if he hits you square up with his power shot, man, he'll knock you the fuck out. And that guy, he knocked this guy out cold, man. Listen, KQKC. The motherfucker was knocked out. His body went limp. His head hit the rope too, bro. It was a nasty knockout, man. His head hit the fucking rope, man. And listen, the dude got up arguing too. Like, what the fuck? What you stop the fight for? He got up arguing. They had to go tell him, like, look, dude, you've been asleep for the last 30, 45 seconds, bro. What the fuck you arguing about? You know what I'm saying? Because he was mad at the ref. Like, you know, when he first got up, he was arguing to the ref and shit. Man, that nigga didn't know where the hell he was at, man. Go check that out. That should be on Knockouts of the Year right there, man. That was something else. Check it out, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. What about you, Fernand? You caught that fight?
Oh yeah, well no, I caught the knockout. I caught the very tail end. I saw his ass get slept like, man, looking crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, but I knew that fight was good. I knew what that was going to be, man. That was another. I knew what that fight was going to be before I before the fight happened. So I never talked about it. So I never talked about it on the channel, man. It was top ranked cards. You know what's going to go on. I had read some articles about Seal and how he developed, or basically his career was over until he developed a relationship with Brad Goodman, and he got a couple fights in, had a couple knockouts. So pretty much he's brought in there to get knocked out, right? Just good enough of a fighter where they could put a highlight reel together on him for his last couple fights, but then get in there and get fed to Alvarez. So I didn't see the whole fight. I saw the knockout because I was watching the Julian Williams card, which was excellent card. And one thing we should have put on the agenda, and I hope we can get to it before we actually get to that fight is the Chris Colbert fight. Yeah, that was a good fight. But yeah, that was I really enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed that. I mean, I saw the knockout, but I knew what was going to happen ahead of time, so I decided to watch the Showtime card exclusively.
Okay.
And say something. That right hand that he put Seals to sleep with, that was that same right hand that he dropped Sergey Kovalev with and hurt him real bad with in that first fight. That right hand is serious, man.
Oh yeah, he's very accurate, Alvarez, with that right hand when he throw it.
He came under, and the timing was the timing because he came under. He beat him. I think they were exchanging right hands, and Alvarez dipped up underneath Seals' right hand, and just as Seals was coming forward, Alvarez was timing him coming forward, but with everything on it, man. That boy went night dead on the chin too.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of Teofimo and Coleman. You know, it looked just like that. They exchanged right hands, and Teofimo got there first, and Alvarez got there first with theirs.
Yeah.
Seals, get up. He couldn't even tackle it. It was over.
Man.
His head up like in a casket.
Wow.
And FYI, man, DJ Zion Love, you're unblocked. I saw that in the messages. I went in and just unblocked Dion's DJ Zion Love. So sorry about that. I don't know how he got blocked.
Yeah, I saw that on Miss Boxing. Okay. Now, let's get to the disappointment of the night. And that's between Julian J. Rock Williams and Jensen Rosario. Now, that was a shocker, disappointment. A lot of people lost a lot of money. And J. Rock was homecoming, got spoiled. You know, he's a Philly fighter, and that's supposed to be his homecoming as a unified champion. That's why I say that it's hard to get the belt. It's even harder to keep the belt. So what you think about that, Kurt? That fight last night?
Well, we are quick to call a fighter a bum, and we don't think about people that's a prohibited underdog that they can win. But shout out to Trick Nolte, because he texted me before the fight and he said he has a bad feeling about this fight. So shout out to Trick Nolte. You know, he saw it coming. You know, about the second round, I said J-Rock was in trouble because you don't paw at cuts because the gloves being leather, you open the cut up even more, and it really, really bothered him.
Right.
But that kid, Jason Rosario, I seen him get knocked out by Nathaniel Gallimore, and see, that's boxing. You know, Gallimore knocks out Rosario. Rosario knocks out J-Rock. J-Rock beats Gallimore. You know, this is why I love the sport so much. You know, and another twist was, you know, J-Rock beats Hurd in his homecoming fight. He turns around, he has his own homecoming fights, and he get knocked out. You know, so you know that's how boxing goes. Anybody can win. You know, we talk about these fighters, you know, contenders being bums. I don't see it like that because on any given night, anything can happen. Rosario was a big, strong dude. He reminds me of Murky Sosa. He reminds me Sosa a lot. He really does. Murky Sosa was a big, strong fighter. You know, Rosario was outboxing J-Rock, and he was hitting him with that jab. You know, then that nasty uppercut, he followed with the left hook, and, you know, that was the end of J-Rock. And, you know, J-Rock has a problem that I picked up on, a glaring weakness. He stays in the pocket too long, and he doesn't have the chin for it. You know, same with Charlo when he got caught with the catch and shoot. You know, he was in the pocket a second too long, and you know Rosario just broke J-Rock down, man. J-Rock doesn't have the best chin, man, and he's a really good fighter, man. But you know, I knew the dude Rosario was a live underdog. You know, but you know, I thought J-Rock because I picked J-Rock to win, but I'm not shocked. I'm surprised. There's a difference. I'm not shocked at all. You know, but I tell you, man, you know, anything can happen in the sport of boxing, man. We're gonna have another upset, you know, in a couple of months. You know, I don't know who it's gonna be, but sometimes I can feel it, you know. And Rosario was crying, man. It's a great story. I don't want to hear no excuses of J-Rock this and J-Rock that. It was all Jason Rosario. He was a big, strong fighter who was very determined to win. You could see it in his eyes. That's all I have to say.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Because I just want to add this that I saw I was telling the people in the chat that something ain't right with J-Rock. You know, I don't know what it was, but he just was a little bit off his timing, you know, and I don't know what it was. And next thing you know, it all went downhill. And you're right. That cut was really bothering him, you know, but that wasn't the problem, the cut. You know, he just wasn't boxing like he used to. And you're right. He does stay in the pocket too long. That's how Charlo caught him with an uppercut. You know, then last night he got caught with an uppercut. You know, and sometimes, you know, they say that 154 belt. Now, I don't know how true this is, but it's just fictional. But they say that 154 belts might be haunted or tainted. Shit, Laura lost it. Hurd lost it. And now J-Rock lost it. Now, will Rosario lose it too? So, but think about this. Trap House. Let me ask you this. What's your take on the fight? And if so, what do the loser do and what do the winner do?
First of all, man, let me give you a quick shout out to the homie Famous Athletics in the building. I see you in there, man. My take on the fight, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think it was the Philly hoax or the hometown thing or whatever, man, because I just think that Rosario was just I think if they fight again, I think that he'll beat J-Rock again, to be honest with you. I think that J-Rock lacks I still think he has that stamina issue. You know, that chin, because that chin issue is still there. It's still there. You know, even though he looked good in the Jared Hurd fight, but it was times like towards like the mid later rounds to where that old J-Rock was starting to fall apart again. But Jared Hurd wasn't able to capitalize on that, and J-Rock he recovered it and got through the fight, and he looked good. Same with the Ishai Smith fight. I thought he kind of lost that fight. He looked horrible in that fight. But last night, I thought J-Rock looked good in the first round. I thought he was sharp. But in the second round, after he got cut, you just seen it all coming apart. All of it coming apart. like Kirk said, he's standing in the pocket too long. He didn't even listen to his trainer when he got caught. His trainer specifically told him to move to the right a little bit. Box, move to the right. Don't stand in front of him. J-Rock goes right out there, stand in front of him, moving to the left. And I try to explain this to people. I said, look, it's when you're an athlete, especially when you're a right-handed person, basketball, football, whatever, when you want to shoot, it's easier for you to go to your left to shoot than it is to go to your right and shoot. You see what I'm saying? So it was more comfortable for him to move to his left and get off. It was more difficult for him to go to his right, and he got cut on top of that, so he couldn't mentally hold it together and follow the instructions to do what he had to do to get through the fight. And Rosario was just too big and too strong, and just he beat him up. And I knew when he landed that right hand, I don't know if it was the fourth round or whatever, he wobbled J-Rock in the bell rung. I said, man, in my mind, I was like, the fight is over with. It was over with then. And then after that, when he just went to catching J-Rock, because see, at first J-Rock was real responsible on defense. He was transitioning real good in the first round, even in the second round till he got caught. But as Rosario would shoot that right, J-Rock defense was starting to fall apart. Man, he started getting hit with them right hands over and over again, and he just exchanging, man. Didn't want to move around, and like I said, it was over with after that, man. You know, but I still think that J-Rock, I don't know if he should move up to 160. I want to see him fight like Tony Harrison or Erickson Lubin. I don't think he should need to fight no lower level guys and rebuild again, nothing like that. Because I think J-Rock, he is who he is at this point. You know what I mean? He is who he is. I just think that he just need to keep fighting this solid competition because he's still a live dog. I ain't gonna count him out because he still can surprise you. You know, but as far as Rosario, I want to see Rosario fight Jermell Charlo. That's what I want. I want to see Rosario fight Jermell Charlo, or I want to see Lubin get a shot with Rosario, or I want to see Lubin and Charlo. I don't know, whatever. It's real interesting in the 154 division right now because I like when I see these little upsets like this. You know, I like all these guys, but I do like to see these guys lose because now I can gauge what these fighters have. You know what I mean? That's why I always say it don't matter if you lose, man. You want to know, you want to see what a fighter got in them. You know, when they lose. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that it's okay. Yeah. Just, you know, you want to see it. I'm not saying it like that. But if they lose, you can have a better understanding in your fighter who you like. And that's pretty much all I got.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're right. And I would love to see. First of all, I don't want Charlo going straight at Rosario. I would like to see an eliminator.
Why you don't want that?
You know, because I just want to see what Charlo has first before he go to this guy. You know, because Charlo, he is strong. You know, I no doubt about that. I think he might be stronger than this guy, but this guy hits hard. But you see J-Rock eyes?
Look at this.
Both eyes. You know.
Now, look what we learned from these guys not wanting to go straight into these fights. Just a prime example. When these guys talking about, get a fight in between and all that, you see what's been happening. It ain't going out right. These guys need to fight now. While the stakes is high, they need to go ahead and just do it. Yeah. I mean, it don't matter.
Yeah, you got a point there too. You know, because I'd rather lose now than later.
It's because ain't none of these dudes just that great. They all gonna lose any damn way. To me and my
Okay. What about you, Blood? How you feel about that?
Hey, let me get this super chat in between, man. Rap Critic said J-Rock had an anxiety attack after the cut. His breathing was very heavy after the second round. His corner tried to calm him, but the cut affected him mentally. No excuses, but it's a part of why he got clipped. Yeah, man, and his general lack of chin. But we'll talk. Hey, Blood, when you talk, in your response, try to address what Rap Critic says.
Okay.
Marlon,
I can address our brother here, man. Rap Critic, man.
Marlon, let me hit Marlon So Icy Sims real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
By the way, congratulations to Marlon So Icy Sims, 7-0-4, just entered the top 50 in the world. That's my dude, Marlon So Icy Sims. Congratulations to you on your fight. He says, make sure y'all hit the like button or go a step further and join the channel. I know you love what you're hearing, so show some love. Like, share, join. Thanks. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Blood. Thanks, Marlon.
Okay.
Go ahead, Blood.
Okay. I had it on mute. I'm sorry. Rap Critic, man. First of all, man, I like the name. Hopefully you ain't over there, critiquing old Kid and Play and MC Hammer albums, okay? Hopefully you critiquing some good shit over there, okay? I'm gonna go check your channel out. But the mental aspect is a big part of the fight game, bro. And most fighters will say that it's over 90%. I heard Deontay Wilder say it's 95% mental. I don't think it's that big of a percentage, but I have to listen to what the fighters say. The fighters always give it a high number on the mental. That's one of the intangibles needed to be a world champion and to continue to be a world champion, is to get through the mental aspect of the fight game. So if you're cutting a fight and you have an anxiety attack, that's a weakness, man, okay? And that's going to be displayed when you fight top-level fighters at all times. Now, it's not only that, man, but one of his problems is his chin, okay? Now, there's only a few fighters in history that didn't have the best chins around that were able to remain as A-class fighters, all right? One of them that I could think of, for instance, is Thomas Hearns, okay? Thomas Hearns didn't have the best chin around, but he remained an A-class fighter because he will whoop your ass. His offense was his defense. He had that nice jab. He put his punches together well schooled. J-Rock don't have those intangibles, man. He just don't. In fact, I like J-Rock, but he's more of a gatekeeper type fighter at this point. Now, there's plenty of belts out there. There's that WBO strap out there. The guy who has the WBO strap, I can't remember his name, but he got knocked out by Curtis Stevens. What's his name?
Teixeira.
Okay, yeah, he was knocked out. I remember him. I looked at him, and he had got knocked out. I remember when he got knocked out by Stevens, okay? He got knocked out. So, that's another strap that's up for grabs, the WBO, because somebody's going to win that, the first person who fights that guy. Because, some of these title holders these days, that's why I call them title holders. They're not champions, all right? And J-Rock is a very good fighter. He could become a title holder again. He's not going to be able to beat the top guys. I always thought Hurd was way overrated. Hurd's he's just a big guy who takes advantage of the rehydration clauses and things like that. If Hurd fought back in the day, Hurd would have been a light heavyweight. He wouldn't have been able to beat guys like Michael Spinks and guys like that if he had fought back in the day. He wouldn't have been able to ever win a belt, ever. Hurd has always been, to me, a B-class fighter, a B to C-class fighter, all right? But J-Rock was able to beat him. So any given night, these fighters could beat each other. And like Kurt was saying about the triangle theory, look how many times the triangle theory has been broken in the 154-pound division. And you guys, as boxing fans, need to stop writing fighters off because they take an L. That doesn't mean they're complete trash. You got to remember, we live in now in the social media era where fighters get to pick and choose who they want to fight. So you can't compare some fighter who's fighting guys who are matched, who they're matched up against a cherry picker, okay? And that's what you guys tend to do all the time, all right? But anyways, man, J-Rock, man, he'll be back in what's the name, Rosario. I don't think he's going to hold on to those belts for very long. I believe that if he runs into Charlo or Erickson Lubin, those belts are going to be ghosts, man. That's all I got to say about it. Appreciate it, y'all.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I just want to add this again. I'm sorry. But you're right. J-Rock got knocked out with an uppercut by Charlo, but he climbed his way back and became a unified champion. Eric Lubin got knocked out, and he's climbing his way back. So you don't want to call a fight a bomb, because this is sweet science. You're only one punch away. Some fighters got to be good for all 12 rounds, and some fighters just got to be good for one round. So it depends. Styles do make fights. I hate to use that cliche so much, but it does. And we've seen a prime example of that last night. I mean, J-Rock was just first defense of his titles. and he lost him at home. So what you think about it, Fanon?
Oh, well, I thought that she was a good. I mean, look, man, J-Rock just got a funny chin, man. He got a funny chin. He fights it mid-range with a funny chin. And I did a couple videos about this fight, man. And I had watched Rosario fight before, and Rosario's a good fighter, man. It's just that Rosario also, I thought, had a little bit of a funny chin, man. I think he did get hit. It was a jab that set him back, or a straight right that's from J-Rock that kind of wobbled him a little bit. And I thought that the fact that Rosario has a little bit of a funny chin would come to haunt him. But I completely overlooked the fact, and I guess maybe because of what happened with the J-Rock fight I forgot the J-Rock. I mean, with the Jarrett Hurd fight, I forgot the Jarrett Hurd also. I mean, that J-Rock also has a little bit of a funny chin, man. So, I like to see. I just want him to go straight to the Charlo fight. I think Charlo and that kid would be a good fight. I would pick Jarrett. I would pick Jamal Charlo to win that fight. But Jamal Charlo ain't lost the way these other dudes have lost. Like J-Rock lost by getting knocked out in two. He's would have been in 3 championship fights and got knocked out in 2 of them. Right? He's 1-2 in championship fights, and with 1 decision win and 2 and got knocked out twice. And then you have Tony Harrison, who has the same record in championship fights as A-Rock does, which I think he got. Now, did he fight? He might not have fought Trout for a championship, but he fought Trout. I mean, he fought.
Charlo did. Charlo. What you talking about, Charlo?
No. He fought. Tony Harrison fought Jarrett Hurd and got knocked out. I don't know if that was for a championship or not, but because I think that Jarrett Hurd won his belt against. Was it his first? Was it? I thought he got the IBF. I thought he got the IBF off of Trout.
I think that Hurd and Harrison fight, I believe it was for a championship. I believe. Don't quote me on it, but I'm quite sure.
So he got he got knocked out by Hurd. Anyway, it cuts it. He got knocked out by Hurd. He got knocked out by Charlo. So then you have Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd is only taking 1 L. That has to put Jarrett Hurd back up on top. And I wonder if he's got a rematch clause. Now, the one guy, I got to say this because Cali Enigma was supposed to be on the show today, but he got sick for the first time in forever. And he wanted to make sure that we talked about the fact that Jaime Munguia punked out and never fought nobody. But I would like to remind people that Cali Enigma was the #1 guy super high on Jaime Munguia. And I told you Jaime Munguia wasn't all of that. But, hey, man, that hopefully what will happen in the 154 pounds is that guy Teixeira, who I do believe is a better fighter than Jaime Munguia, hopefully Teixeira can be pulled into this fight, but they can get the fight done quickly with Jamal Charlo, and then maybe because I think Jamal Charlo is going to beat. I think Jamal Charlo is going to beat Rosario, but hey, man, you just don't know. There's a lot of parity in the 154-pound division, but the best thing about the 154-pound division is that they've been fighting each other ever since that last. And shout out to my man Nino Brown Boxing, man, one of the first cats to really put me on the 154-pound division and really keep looking at it. Ever since that day that they fought, I think that was in 2017 when Showtime had that quadruple header of 154 pounds, like that 154-pound tournament, pretty much in a day, where Jarrett Hurd fought Trout, Erislandy Lara fought Gaucher or Goshaw. And Jermell, who did Jermell charge? Jermell's the day that Jermell Charlo knocked out Erickson Lubin. And then you still got Erickson Lubin in the mix too. So, I mean, there's the good thing about the 154 pounds, man, is these guys are all fighting each other. Also, man, I wanted to make sure I made a mention of this. Chris Colbert, who formerly known as Lil B-Hop, now currently known as Primetime, despite his ridiculously stupid looking hair, man, that dude can fight, man. I wasn't really liking, like, the clowning and all of that. Because I was like, man, but he was just trying to find a way to get this dude who, because Giselle Corrales is a good fighter, man. That was a really good step up fight for Chris Colbert, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does too. Because I don't think we should skip over that fight, because that really probably is the star. That probably I think was the star of the night. I mean, other than obviously the main event in Rosario. Yeah. That's my take on it, though. Let me get the couple of super chats before we go too far.
Okay.
Rap Critic said Trainer and J-Rock said he got a rematch clause. Oh, there you go. The Brothers UK said peace, brothers for 9 and the panel, man. Much love to you, the Brothers UK. Brian Pinson says J-Rock got hit with the same uppercut versus Charlo. Yes, he did. All right, we caught up with that, man.
Oh, okay.
Can I just ask a real quick collective question?
It's not on the agenda. By all means, man. By all means.
No, it got something to do with J-Rock. Do y'all think that J-Rock should have that rematch with Rosario?
Well, if the clause is in there, yeah. I think he should at least give him a chance to try to get his belt back, because he worked before and got up there. But I think I'm like Curry. I mean, and you too. Hey, he is what he is about now. And I mean, he's not getting younger or anything. And he's very fundamental. When he fought Hurd, he was turning Hurd around. He was using his angles. I mean, but last night, I don't know. Maybe it was the cut. Maybe he did anxiety kicked in. I don't know. But what I do know is he got knocked out. Shit. So what you think? Trap?
Trap was asking everybody else.
Huh?
He was asking everybody else, right?
Yeah, I just think that it's a bad matchup for J-Rock. I don't think he can do nothing with Rosario.
Okay, so it's the style then, you're saying?
Yeah, I just think that he's just too strong and too big for him, man.
Okay. What do you think about that, Kurt?
I think if you have a rematch clause, exercise it. This is where adjustments come in. If you can't beat him the second time, then you got serious problems. I don't think you should run from your rematch clause, man. I think that makes you look bad and lack of confidence. I'm just not used to seeing fighters run from their rematch clause. Exercise it, study the tape like you said he was, and you got to make adjustments. You got to box a long range. You got to use your footwork. A lot of fighters that loses because of lack of footwork, and you got to go in there and if you have the talent or the skill you say you do, you're a former champion, then that, because Stephen Bretman Edwards, he has a good boxing mind. That's J-Rock's trainer. So, where you going to run to? Because 154-pound division is full of sharks, but last night I heard Rosario said that he wants to fight Laura's next. That's what he said. But if J-Rock has a rematch clause and he exercises it, then it'd be J-Rock. So I want to see what you got. Rematch him. Don't be scared. Rematch him.
Okay. What you think, Blood? You think you should rematch him?
No, man, I'd like to see them move towards unification at this time, man. I would like to see him fight Charlo next. There's no reason why we should be waiting on these fights. That other fake title holder over there in the WBO, he needs to come up off his strap too. Let's get some unification going right away. There's no rematch clause. This fight, nobody even know about this fight. Nobody cares about the fight, all right? The only reason all of these people are gathered up to listen to us talk about boxing is because we're a boxing circle of guys, okay? Nobody's going to know these guys on the outside until they start unifying and somebody shows themselves as the man in the division. I believe, as much as I don't like the guy, I really don't like Charlo. I don't like him. I think he's a bitch-ass nigga, the way he acts. I'm talking about the way he acts. But inside that ring, though, he is the man, all right? He could take a punch. He's strong. Them Charlo brothers are tough. They got good chins. They're athletic. They could box. Boxer punches. They could do some everything. Those guys could fight, all right? If Charlo is the man in the division, I want to see unification, point blank period, all right? Laura, I believe that he'll beat him, man. Laura would beat that Rosario kid because The difference with Laura and J-Rock is that Laura is a defensive first fighter. He ain't going to be trying to go out there and knock this guy out. He's going to make up a plan to beat this guy over a 12-round distance. That's what he's going to do, and he's going to use his footwork. He's getting a little bit old now, though. Laura's getting old. His age has been showing in some of his fights. I believe he's older than advertised. I believe a lot of these people from these fighters from outside of the U.S. are older than advertised. But no, man, let's get some unification going, man. That's all.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, real quick, the Colbert fight. I thought that was a good.
Hey, can I answer the question? I think I still got the question.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Fernand.
Oh yeah, man. I want to see the rematch, man. Just because, I don't think it's the smartest thing to do the rematch, but because I think the dude's going to beat him again. I just don't think he can take that dude's shot. I don't see what he's going to change that much. But from his perspective, man, take the rematch because there's nothing. I mean, if I'm J-Rock, I'm taking that rematch because he got nothing to lose, man. Because if he doesn't take the rematch, it's I don't want to say it's club fights, but what's he going to do? What's he going to do other than that? But I see Blood's point that I really would like to see unification for Charlo because that's what I was pushing for before this fight started, man. And this is to the point that I do believe Kurt Anderson somebody said it earlier that if these guys if you don't really just jump to this, look what happened with Jared Hurd and Charlo before. We had unification with 3 of the belts right there, but Jared Hurd, went Hollywood. And then it was time. And when it was time to fight Jermell, and then they both lose. So it's nothing promising this 154-pound division. Let me get to a couple of these super chats that just came out. Queen 71 says salute to you OGs in the chat. Getting ready to board my plane, and I'll catch the replay when I land in Atlanta. Hey, be safe out there on the plane and travel safely. Getty says Williams versus Rosario 2. Salute to all the boxers. Yes, sir. Oh, also Adari. Hey, man, I appreciate you on the channel. Hey, but I don't want to lose you, man. Let's be polite. Because I definitely appreciate your support, but let's be polite. Let's try to be polite to the hosts, okay? Especially someone of the stature of the person that you kind of clowned a little bit. But go ahead.
Okay. What do you say?
Nothing. It's not important. I don't want to flip off. I don't want to flip.
Okay.
I don't want to flip nobody off.
Oh, okay. But anyway, but the Colbert fight, I just want to jump in on that real fast. I think Corrales was a good technical fighter, but he didn't have no steam on his punches. That's the thing about it. Yeah, he was scoring. He going to the stern, then he go upstairs. He go with a left, and then he hit with a right. Then, but it just wasn't no steam. Yeah, they was points, and they did count, but it just seemed like Colbert was trying to use his left and trying to counter him with the left, and he was missing a lot. Then finally, as the later rounds came around, he kind of scored a little bit. Then they started picking up the pace. Because the first 3 or 4 rounds, it was like a filling out rounds. Then it got a little closer, then a little closer. Then that's when it started having more contact. And that's when Corrales was getting tagged. And that's when he was getting caught holding. Hit, hold, hit, hold, hit, hold. That's what old veteran trick. That's how you survive. And, I just wanted to throw that in there. And that was a good, good at it. Fight, and I appreciated that fight. So that's all I want. Anybody got anything to add to that?
Yeah, I just want to say, because I think in boxing, when I'm from the school where if somebody takes your title, you try to get it back. Can you imagine if Sugar Ray Leonard, when he lost to Duran and they were asking for a rematch, he would say no? Or Castillo and Mayweather, after that close fight, Mayweather would say no. So, or Joe Louis when he lost to Max Schmeling. So when, I'm just cut from that cloth where if somebody knock you out or beat you, you go after that same guy who took your title. And you go after the guy if you didn't have a title, but especially if he took your title, I want some get back. and I think J Rock, should go after Rosado. A true fighter would do that. If he loses, he loses. It happened before. So, go after the guy. Look at the tape, study the tape, correct what you did wrong. Most people say he's too strong, but like I said, and I see that too. But every fight is different. Just because Rosario won this fight, that don't mean he's going to win the second fight. Look at Alvarez, who fought last night, in Kovalev. Kovalev got knocked out. He was like, I want a rematch, and he beat Alvarez. So I think he should rematch him if he has a clause.
Yeah, he should.
Somebody in the chat said that Rosario said that he wasn't interested in the Jermell Charlo. It needs to build. Man,
that's true.
That's what he said. That.
Yeah, he said Lara. I want Lara.
You can't say that when you got a belt, though. You can't say that when you got a belt. That's the problem right there. This guy just took.
Hey, thanks for cutting me off, Blood.
What?
Thanks for cutting me off, Blood. I was there, thank you for saving me my breath.
Barbershop, man. That's how we get down, man.
No fucking barbershop, Negro.
Yeah. Back to you, man. You can't have two belts, okay, and then go and say that I need to build. That's the biggest bunch of bullshit. Now that I know he said that, I don't support that clown no more, okay? From this point moving forward, that guy's a bitch ass nigga. And Adari T, you a weirdo, motherfucker. You call me. Let me tell you something, boy. You come straight from out of a comic book, boy. You got a fucking comic book character as your icon, you bitch. Okay? So know that, ho. I think you weird, bitch. You don't got nothing on your page, fag nigga. That's all I got.
Oh. So like I was saying, you have two belts. You have to take the fight, or you're a bitch ass nigga. That's what I was gonna say. Thank you, Bud, for saying exactly what I was gonna say. That's why you don't cut people off. Because I might have said the exact same thing you said. Now I can't say shit because you jumped on stage. Stole all my thunder. Go ahead, man. You all right, Blood? Blood.
Oh, I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
You're not mad at me, are you?
Hell no, man. Come on, bro. I'm gonna get you later, though. It's all good.
Man, you just got me. I was about to say exactly what you said. Now I can't say shit. Now I got to think of something totally different. Go ahead, though.
All right. I want to shout out to Red, also known as Yellow Man, with the super chat. He said, "Respect for a great chat, my OG brothers." All right. Appreciate you, Red, also known as Yellow Man. All right. Appreciate you, man. Now,
hey, Red Yellow Man. See, this is why I like to read the super chats. What's good, man? We hung out in Houston. That's why I wanted to make sure I said what's good to my man, Red Yellow Man. We had a couple drinks at the Jamal Charlo fight, man. That's one of the brothers who were down there in Houston. So, you do the moderation. I can do the super chats. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And Blood, stop cutting me off.
Okay.
I'm starting today.
Can
we hurry up and get to Layla Ali so we can argue about Layla Ali?
Okay, hey, for now, I'm running this shit today, all right? All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, okay.
Yes, sir.
I would like to tell all you Negroes.
Hell no, for now, cut that shit out, man.
I'm running this shit. And don't you ever forget this shit. This is for non-international boxing, damn it. All right? Hell no. But I will shut up, though. Go ahead. Go ahead, KQ.
Okay, yeah. We all know Clarissa Shields had a good fight. We all know that she was getting down doing her thing. But sometimes, women are women. And sometimes they get into this and that. And Clarissa Shields did a good job. But one of the greatest fighters that ever lived and walked this earth, Muhammad Ali, has a daughter named Layla Ali. And she put in her 2 cents against Clarissa Shields. She feels that if she had Olympics for women boxing, she would have got 2 or 3 medals also. And a lot of people in my chat said that Clarissa Shields and Layla Ali should fight. I said, no. She should stay retired. Some people say, well, she hating and or she jealous. No, it's not that. It's just that she's a pioneer in my book. She's a pioneer as far as she created women boxing and brought the attention to women boxing. Not create, but brought attention. Now, she didn't have all the accolades that Clarissa Shields has, like boxing in the Olympics, more pay. She broke the record for men and women, and sometimes that brings out the worst of us. And now they pretty much bumping heads. So how do you feel about that, Trap?
Oh, about the whole Layla and Clarissa Shields situation?
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, really, man. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna put the money to fund that, man. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I doubt it, man. I mean, that's a lot of money, for women. I don't think they're gonna. I don't see who's gonna put the revenue up for that, And Layla Ali ain't been active in I don't know how long, but Layla Ali 42 years old. I mean, if they make the fight, I mean, I'll watch it, but I don't know, man. I mean, I didn't put too much stock into that, to be honest with you. Do I think Layla Ali will win? I don't know, because see, like I said, she been inactive, and then she ain't been fighting, and it ain't like I don't know if she gonna get tune-ups or anything like that, So she just jumped straight into the Clarissa Shields fight, however it may be. But I mean, we know Clarissa Shields ain't knocking nothing out. We know that.
Right.
So it'll probably be it'll be a good fight. Like I said, I'll watch it, but I don't know if it's gonna happen, to be honest with you. That's pretty much all I got on it.
Well, yeah. Cause Layla Ali says she always ready to go 4 rounds at least. So, but like I say, once retire, I think fighters should stay retired. That's my opinion.
The thing is this: if she come back for a 15 million fight or $10 million fight, 4 rounds, that's an exhibition, man. We at least got to get 6 to 8, at least 8.
Right. So what you think about that, Kirk? Because I know you watched Layla Ali. I did too when she was fighting.
Well, she capitalized off her father's last name. Let's be honest. Plus she's a nice looking woman, so all that worked in her favor. If she comes back after 10 years, man, that's hard for anybody, but it'll be hard for her. 10 years is a long time, man. Only certain fighters can do that, man. Not even certain fighters, but George Foreman did it, but I think she should stay retired. It makes for great theater. Layla Ali versus Clarissa Shields. You got 2 American fighters going at it because of Layla Ali. It will bring light to women's boxing, but I don't see it happen. Where's the money going to come from? Layla Ali said what she wanted, $5 million? That ain't going to happen. Clarissa Shields would beat her. Because she's been out of the ring 10 years. It would have been a very interesting fight if Layla was in her prime and fighting actively. But 10 years, you're asking too much. It don't work like that, boxing. Come in the ring after 10 years and think you're going to beat a fighter like Clarissa Shields. So, I said it ain't going to happen. But, people talking about it, drama, theater, whatever, hearsay. Well, it's just, it ain't going to happen. I don't think so. This will disappear in another week or 2.
Okay. All right.
Let me bounce and see them super chats and a question for Sirius Jones, man. Said, Fanad, do you still have membership open? Absolutely. All you have to do is go down to the $ that's there. If you're on your computer, click that, and there's 3 different levels of memberships you can join. And then, so absolutely, it's always open, man. And you guys will be appreciated. Everybody would be appreciated. I appreciate everybody that associates with LDBC to join the channel. And just so you know that the funds that we get for this, we just sponsored Marlon Swicey Sims, and that Negro got the world's most fucking expensive pair of gloves. But we're gonna sponsor him again for his next fight as well. So, hey man, every bit helps. And that's set aside to sponsor young fighters who don't, who might not necessarily have a big promoter or somebody working with them so that they can get the equipment and the things they need to train. Also, I'm not the only person that sponsored Marlon So Icy Sims. Also, Junior the Truth. My understanding is that he's done a lot for Marlon So Icy Sims. So, man, support Junior the Truth as well, man. We making, we're not just all talk, man. We really do believe in trying to grow the boxing community. And young fighters that don't have promoters or big time managers footing the bill, guys like MP4 Bids, although he's got a big time manager, we want to support and help and get those guys' names out there. So you guys joining the channel, you guys really, really do help with that. As far as the super chats, let me get these next couple of super chats. The Cali Enigma said, Blood, Keith Thurman was talking about his cousin in Gainesville. Blood, are you secretly Keith Thurman's cousin? Tell me it ain't so. It is so. I told you.
You got the link. I'll go in on you. Cali, send Cali the link right now so I could get at him.
Cali had a boo-boo. He couldn't make the show. I told him, I said he was invited, and he said, I have a boo-boo. I can't go, but you got to go off on Jaime Munguia. So maybe we'll get him on here next week. But I want to say this about the people with blood boxing. You guys have to understand this because a lot of you guys are not been around YouTube boxing for like a decade. Okay, blood boxing gets to rant. Okay, that is what his shit is. Dude, he built YouTube boxing off of his ass going off on somebody. Okay, so please don't ever get in the way of blood boxing's rants or take him too personal. Because that's what he does. You know what I mean? Just kind of like KQKC nods off. That's just what we do. You know what I mean? And Trap House Boxing fucks up and his phone goes out. And KQ, see, just like I said, Trap House Boxing phones drops off and Kurt Anderson knows all the history. And I'm good looking. That's what we all do. We all do our thing. Thanks for dropping off the channel on Q, Trap House.
yeah, whatever, man. I'm here.
Let me get this other one. It's Hanky Stanky 410 OG says salute to the OGs. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Salute to you. Much love in that super chat. Garrett Lloyd said, keep up the work, fellas. I think PBC will push for the Charlo fight, whether Banana wants it or not. Lara can't sell tickets like Charlo. Man, sometimes I don't know what hey man, it really seems like these guys just be putting anybody up in there, man. They don't care. Hey, the PBC does not give a shit about getting you beat. They don't, man. I don't get how people say that they protect fighters when you get fights like this, like what's going on 154 going on. You know what I mean? Or even the Errol Spence Sean Porter fight. Unlike, certain fighters getting protected out there in Omaha, Nebraska. Ain't that right, Trap? Anyway, go ahead, KQKC.
Well, real fast for now. I don't think PBC protect the fighters. I just think they give them an opportunity or put them in a position to be better, to have the opportunity to get a belt or to prosper and to, that's all. He ain't gonna. I mean, I don't think PBC or Al Heyman gonna give you a belt or this and that or a championship fight. You got to earn that shit. But he gonna put you in a position to do it though. That's what I think. But that's just here and there. But go right ahead. For now, what do you think about Clarissa Shields? And wait a minute, you already made your.
I didn't answer the question. That's a good catch there, KQ.
Okay. All right.
All right, man. My thought on Clarissa Shields in Layla Ali is that Layla Ali is obnoxious. She's real pretty, but that chick is obnoxious to me. I've always found her she's real cocky, talk crazy. I don't think she could have beat Clarissa Shields when she's active. Now she got too much money. So, I mean, because, man, Layla Ali has been making bread off boxing for a long time, man.
Yeah, she married a millionaire too, I think, right? Okay, sorry about cutting you off. Go ahead.
No worries. No worries, man. Cut away, man. Cut away. Man, I'm telling you, I got a pet peeve with that, man, because usually I'll sit down and listen to people talk for hours and then say something. But, y'all some niggas, so that's how that works. Y'all want to be in the barbershop, as you see. I don't go to barbershops. But just real briefly, and then KQPC, please share your thoughts with me. I just think that, man, she's got too much money. She ain't serious about taking the fight, but she talked about the fight as a way to get her name bigger. Layla Ali talked about the fight as a way to get her name ringing more, so she can get more sponsorships, do more leadership speeches, whatever the heck she's doing. And she don't have any intention on fighting Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields, I know a lot of guys like her, but I find her just like maybe 30% less obnoxious than I find Layla, because Claressa Shields talk about being pound for pound. She deserves to be on the pound for pound men's list. She deserves to be, she deserves. What is on the list of things she said? I deserve to be on the pound for pound men list. I can beat Keith Thurman. There should be equal pay for women in boxing, even though there is no equal pay for men in boxing. So I don't get how you can have equal pay for women in boxing when there's not equal pay for men in boxing. You got one boxer making $50 million for a fight and another guy walking in there making $250. So if there's not equal pay between men, how the hell is there going to be equal pay between women? And the whole structure doesn't work like that. So, I mean, I guess all boxers have really big egos. I mean, a lot of boxers have really big egos and are really, but Layla Ali and Claressa Shields' egos, just both of them to me, man, are just it's a little too big for my liking, man, straight up, So but I know the fight's not happening.
Okay. All right. Well, how you feel about it, Blood?
Hold on 1 second. Ricky Anderson, Fanon, stop protecting. She's hella fine. What? Hold on, man. See, don't start nothing, Ricky. Fanon, stop protecting because she's hella fine. She's hella fine. She a fighter, running her mouth. She want that smoke, make the fight, or so Claressa Shields. No, man, she's 40. What is with y'all, man? Will you let Claressa Shields fight somebody that's fighting? Damn, y'all Claressa Shields is like, can't do no fucking wrong. I don't get this shit, man. I don't get it. I've listened to y'all for real. I've listened to y'all defend her brother sucker punching an old man because he said something. I've heard y'all talk about she the greatest fighter of all time after 7 fights. Jesus Christ. I've heard people say that she need to be pound for pound. Damn. Is she, are you, man, see, Blood said he ain't going to be disrespectful on Claressa Shields. And I really don't want to fill a void. But y'all take this Claressa Shields stuff too far, man. She's a good fighter. She might be the best women's fighter of today. But she does not deserve to be on a pound for pound list. She doesn't deserve to be considered to be the greatest woman of all time. Layla Ali does not have to fight her. Layla Ali already got $15 million and been out the ring for 10 years. Jesus Christ, man. I do not get this fixation with Claressa Shields. She's a good fighter.
Man.
I just don't get that. I don't get it. But more importantly, don't try to make me have it. Okay? Because y'all, it's like it's you guys are like Lomachenko fans that I like. Because y'all, you come like with the same stuff Lomachenko fans come with, like damn near verbatim. Claressa Shields is a very good fighter. She might be the #1 women's fighter today. Okay, I'll give you that. She might be the #1 women's fighter today, but she is not Jesus Christ. Okay, she's not Jesus Christ. She's not the second coming of the Messiah. She is not right in everything she does, and not everything somebody says about her is wrong. It's just you guys are behaving like AJ fans, and I don't even know if you guys really hear yourselves. But you behave like AJ, like newfound AJ fans. He's the greatest fighter ever. Look what he's done after 23 fights. And no, man, if you want to do that, just don't do it to me, because you just are tweaking and stabbing my assholism, because I just can't buy that shit. It doesn't make sense to me. Go ahead, man. That's my Claressa Shields. But I respect her as for a fighter and what she's doing today. But you got to understand that this is you can't expect me to sit and listen to a 168-pound woman talk about she deserves to be on the men's pound for pound list and sounded dead serious. And she sounded dead serious about beating men, about beating Keith Thurman. How can you get mad at somebody talking shit about Clarissa Shields when Clarissa Shields talks shit like that? Go ahead, man.
All right, man. Listen, man. That's exactly why I'm gonna go in on Clarissa Shields, because you guys are disrespectful to me and Fernanda Don, and we told you before, shut the fuck up, and we'll take it easy on the girl, all right? But you guys had to come in here running your fucking mouth. Now, I'm trying to understand why with 600 people, we don't got the likes either. You guys don't support us, man. Come on, man. Smash the motherfucking like button and support OG Boxing Talk, nigga. All right? Now, as far as, oh yeah, by the way, this is barbershop conversation that we having. Unfortunately for KQKC, happy birthday to him, and for Nas, they haven't had an edge up since 1998. Neither one of them have had an edge since 1998. I just wanted to let y'all know that. While me, Kurt, and Trap House go get edge ups, we still could go get an edge up. Yes, it's a little pushback. Yes, it is pushback. All right, but we can still get a motherfucking edge up. You can't, Fanon, right? All right. Now we get it, okay?
I go to barbershop. I go to the barbershop.
Oh yeah, hey man, you go get that. You go get some of that alcohol and that head massage, don't you?
No. I don't want to put no razor nothing on my head, so I go to the barbershop, pay $20.
That's right. Go get that head massage, bro. Ain't nothing.
What?
Huh?
Get you some Andes clippers.
I cut my father hair, but I can't.
You trying to hold on, dog. You just trying to hold on to that. I see you be trying to hold on to that brown around the edge. You dog. Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie, my shit's pushed back some now.
Dog, we ain't seen your dog. Blood, you are bald. You just lying.
No. I ain't seen your face
in 5 years.
Like you, bro.
We ain't seen your face in 5 years. We ain't seen your hair in 11. So don't be lying, dog. Ain't no proof you got hair.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I ain't had no edge up in probably about 7-8 years.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Trap House can't have the edge up. Me and Kurt Anderson, we go and we get the we can still get an edge up. Y'all can't. So I'm just letting y'all know. Since we in the barbershop, I'm just letting y'all know.
That's because Kurt from Zamunda, like Eddie Murphy, with his natural berry. I done seen this shit. That's Zamunda Negro.
All right, let me talk about Clarissa Shields, man. We all get it, man. When Clarissa takes a piss outside, tulips and violets grow, okay, when she urinates, all right? Daffodils and roses and all that shit grow for you little fuck-ass, sucker for love ass niggas, okay? Clarissa followers, they burn candles in essence, labeled Clarissa ass. That's right, they get that Clarissa ass flavor candle and essence. Go to your local Walmart and cop them Clarissa ass incense and candles. Let me do a promo. Get Clarissa pussy fart candles at Walmart. They're good for your heart. Incense that smell like Clarissa Shields fart. How you like that? I know y'all like that, right? Listen, bro. Layla Ali ain't said nothing disrespectful on that Sway interview, okay? I went back and I listened to the interview. You guys want to downgrade Layla Ali? Layla Ali used to bust them white girls up, man. She used to stop people. Clarissa Shields can't do that, all right? So I think that she would have busted up Clarissa Shields in her prime. And how can Ali's daughter be clout chasing some random female fighter that's only known in boxing circles? The girl ain't got no damn clout. So shut the fuck up with that Wonderland Fairy Godmother talk, okay? Oh, poor little Clarissa getting hated on. Talking about that Fairy Godmother talk. There was Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Now we got Blue Weave and the Three Queers, okay? The Three Queers are her brother, her fucking punk-ass brother, who I'm going to find and whoop his ass, her sister, and any person labeled as a Clarissa Shields follower, okay? Clarissa Shields even has male groupie-ass followers. Can y'all believe this shit up in the barbershop? That Clarissa Shields got male groupie-ass followers, okay? These niggas be waiting outside her locker room for an interview and autograph. That's what I heard. Whoever Clarissa Shields choose to fluff the pillows that night, get the 15-inch plastic in their ass that morning at Holiday Inn. All right, that's how I feel about y'all suck-ass niggas, okay? I call these lames, I got a name for them. All right, they're called Clarissa Queef Whiffers, okay? Clarissa Queef Whiffers. Listen to me. That's right. Queef whiffers don't eat the pussy, all right? They place their face 3 inches from the pussy and savor the remnants of her vaginal gas. That's what they do. That's what these fuck niggas do. That's why me and Fanon don't worry about y'all. I told y'all bitch ass niggas, shut the fuck up. Don't you ever come on me and Fanon page talking that shit, because we talk better shit, all right? And I'm gonna continue to talk shit as long as y'all talking shit. Shut the fuck up about Clarissa Shields. Shut the fuck up about what her critics think and who critics are all bitch niggas and all that. You a bitch nigga, fuck nigga, all right? I heard that when she went to give a queef whiffer some pussy one night, and the queef whiffer didn't know which hole to stick, so he bent over and told her he want that plastic dick in his ass. These lames want Clarissa to peel their fruit and insert that plastic in their toot, okay? Because they know they more fruity tooty than Adina Howard booty. How about that, okay? Clarissa, a good-looking black woman, but I hear her pussy smell like a meat market, bro. Okay, I'm just being real with y'all, man. I'm hearing that Clarissa pussy smell like a meat market, all right? I'm coming from out of the LDBC. That proves right there that LDBC niggas don't think alike, all right? I speak for blood boxing, but I'm speaking out of the LDBC fuck niggas. That's right. Her coochie smell like the Jenkins fish fry family reunion, all right? That's how her pussy smell. Foul, nigga, all right? The queef whiffers like that shit, all right? Clarissa Shields' dyke sister pussy smell like a fish tank that ain't been cleaned in about 2 years, nigga. How you like that, all right? Her sister in trouble right now for beating one of them damn queef whiffers down with a 25-inch dildo. Beat the shit, abrasions, bruises on the face and body, all right? So y'all shut the fuck up, all right? Don't disrespect me and Fanon, because I'm gonna be bringing the heat every time. And if anybody come throughout the week talking shit, I'm gonna fucking listen and pick up on it. And I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be even more disrespectful. Now I'm being nice, okay? I didn't go in on the sister. I said she looked good and shit like that. I said that she the man in the relationship. All these niggas defended her. That's why she bit her and her sister bend them niggas down and fuck those niggas raw, okay? All right? Now Ali would have beat her in her prime, all right? And Clarissa, she ain't knocked nothing out. Like Trap House said, she ain't knocked shit out since she caught one of them queef whiffers stealing her 19-inch vibrator. That's all I gotta say.
All right, blood. Okay, all right. I appreciate that comment. All right. Now, Kurt, I think did I go to you, Kurt? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay, well, we're gonna move on to well, there's been a talk of the week, I guess you would say. We all remember the name Alejandra Jimenez. Okay, she's a young lady that fought and won and beat Zern. Everybody know who Zern is. The one that her hairpiece came out in the middle of the fight, and the referee stopped the fight, like she dropped a mouthpiece, but she dropped a piece of her weave, and Barry Hunter threw that motherfucker in the second row and said, "Hey, fuck that, get in there and fight." You know, so but the lady she's fighting has what they call a hormone pass. Otherwise, they gave her a pass. So, but they trying to fight her and Clarissa Shields. They're trying to set up a fight with her. So, how do you feel about that, Trap House? Because we talking about maybe a he or she, man.
Hold on, man. 1 second, man. I'm sorry, man. Let me get the super chats because I don't want to get too far behind.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
No worries, man. Oh my God. Blood, man. Please, man. Wow. You had me crying.
I know.
Drake's Finest said, blood. Oh, Drake's Finest, you missed my last super chat. Love my OGs. Kudos, fam. Drake's Finest. Before that, I missed. He said, old school. I'm old school. The last of you get your belt back. Focus Ball said, good morning, OG. Missed boxing for rigged MMA. Shake my head. Nah, man, it's just been a long time. There are a lot of super chats that came through before the last time that we talked. Getty said Rosario Williams Rosario. 2 salute to the all boxers. Okay, we got that. To my man, Red Yellow Man, Red aka Yellow Man, and he is yellow, man. He literally is the color of a banana. I met him in person. He said, respect for the great chat, my OGs, Dre's Finest, my old school the last of you get your belt back. Yes, I'm old school, the last of you get your belt back. Focus Wild said, good morning, OG. Missed boxing for rigged MMA. Shake my head, man. Yeah, I didn't get to see that, man. Rap critic said Blood must have a David Ruffin moment. Don't come at OG. Nah, man, don't come at Blood. Like I'm trying to tell you, just let people go. Don't attack people for having their just because I don't agree. I see. Oh my God, man, Blood still got me crying. But man, look, if you want to sell it, if you sell it. If you guys believe it, believe it. But do not attack other people who ain't buying it. That's the problem. The problem isn't that somebody got some great amount of disrespect for Clarissa Shields, but damn, I don't have to think the way you think. And you trying to attack me for not believing the way you believe. I don't think it's okay for a brother. It may not have anything to do with Clarissa Shields, right? I'll get it off Clarissa Shields. You think it's okay if a 70-year-old man says something you don't like for him to get punched in the fucking face? I don't. Okay, we can agree to disagree on that shit, but just don't harass me about it. Because y'all don't understand, y'all ain't alone. There's a bunch of y'all harassing people over that stuff. And people ain't just gonna bend over and be like, yeah, okay, I won't say I will defend Clarissa now. I seen the error of my ways. No, you make it so that cats want to double down on it. You know what I mean? We human too. Cali Enigmas said Keith Thurman. Okay, we got that. Oh, I did miss it because I went to Cali Enigmas. That's what happened. And then my man Hanky Stain 401 said salute to OGs. Kamal Oz said glad J-Rock lost. Serves him right for ducking Laura. Dang, I didn't know he ducked Laura. Dre's Finest, you missed my last super chat. I love my OGs. Kudos, fam. Man. We're always going to get you, Dre's Finest. Dre's Finest said, Blood, not the groupies. Laugh my butt off. You killing them, Blood. Big Dog Willie said, damn, God dang, Blood. Blood, you should listen to, if you ever have a chance, I don't know if Blood still has them up. Stefano Martinez, much love in that super chat, man. If y'all ever have a chance to go through the archives of Blood Boxing and listen to I was depressed. I used to be able to listen to, this is way before I had a channel. I used to be able to go to Blood Boxing's channel. And just, it was going to be a Mayweather video. I was like, ooh, this dude is about to light into Floyd Mayweather Jr. for about a half an hour at the top of his lungs. And that shit got me out of my depression. And I've been a Blood Boxing fan ever since, man. So look, even if you guys, because I know there's probably some people in Clarissa Shields' team out there. Look, man, this is the dude that started. 78 cats like D-Style Boxing. Shout out to D-Style Boxing. Man, these cats have been on YouTube talking about boxing since it started. And I think Blood was probably the first person to actually do it. There might have been maybe one guy, something before that, but even 78 will say that 78 would listen to Blood Boxing, and then he'd be like, man, Blood Boxing would be going at it with crowds of people. So you just got to understand, man, don't take it too personally, because you just dealing with like the Howard Stern. You're dealing with the Howard Stern of boxing conversations. Blood Boxing's a legend, man. He ain't nobody to be taken lightly, and he will talk about your ass like a dog. Now, he can't beat me in no argument, but that's just because, you know.
Whatever, Fanon. I had to help you out with them queef whiffers, okay?
Hey, dog, just because I can't go full-fledged ignorant. No, I'm not good at that. I know my limits. I just will tell you straight up, leave me the fuck alone with this Clarissa Shields shit, okay? She got 10 fights. She's not the fucking pound for pound, does not deserve to be on the pound for pounds, men's pound for pound list. That shit is fucking ridiculous, okay? It's just ridiculous. And don't expect me to and people were making that argument. Y'all don't remember that's where it started. It started with that. She deserves to be on the pound for pound list. And I'm like, what? Huh? You want to put a woman on the men's pound for pound list? She could be 168 pounds. She will get her ass whooped by any 135 pound man at 168 pounds. Okay? She ain't beating Monster Inoue. Literally, she outweighs Monster Inoue by 50 pounds. She ain't beating Monster Inoue. So why would I put her on a men's pound for pound list? So y'all got to understand that this Clarissa Shields thing has been built upon. She's doing an excellent job marketing herself. She's marketing herself very well. She's on ESPN. She's really doing what she's supposed to do to get her name out there and to grow her brand. I got that. But don't expect me to sit here and tell you that I think that she should be on a man's pound for pound list. And then act to me like, and then have a conversation with me like I'm the one being stupid. The fuck are you talking about? That shit makes no sense. It's seriously, man. She is and I love women, man. I think there's a lot of things that women do better than men. A lot of things women do better than men. And many things that you might not appreciate. Like the one reason why they get all the damn jobs. That's because they do their fucking job. And a lot of niggas be slacking off. They do a lot of things very well. They're as easily as smart as men. They can run companies just like men can run them, might run them better in certain circumstances. Man, I don't have any, but when you start talking about physicality, when you say she should be on a men's pound for pound list, man, it is really hard for me to take anything you say seriously after that. Because you know damn well. Callie said that was a different super chat. I'm sorry, Callie, I'll read it. But anyway, man, I'm going off a little bit on this too much. Let me get the rest of the super chats and hand it back to today's moderator, the great KQKC Boxing. Dre's Fine said to put a woman on a man's pound for pound list is disrespectful. Yes, and to ask me to do it is disrespectful to me, man. Come on, man. I'm not selling out. People talk about their brands and how important their brands are, man. I'm not attaching my name to no shit like that, man. I'm not attaching my name to no shit like that. I can't do it, dog. If I did that shit, everything that these fucking trolls said about me, I would never be able to fucking defend myself. Oh, you're just a Errol Spence Jr. lover. You just a Deontay Wilder fanboy. But then I'll be like, no, I'm not. But I think Clarissa Shields should be the number 1 pound, should be number 5 pound for pound in the world over Mikey Garcia. How in the hell can I have any more conversations about Errol Spence and Deontay Wilder if I do that? Don't put me in a position where you're asking me to sacrifice my base logic for that shit. I can't do it. Frank Johnson said blood was cooking today. Salute for 9 and the entire Sunday Boxing Talk team. Yes, sir. And have to say, hey, man, y'all make sure y'all please go to KQKC the next time he goes live. If he goes live today or if he goes live tomorrow, tip your hat to that man. That's that man's birthday. It's that man's birthday week. So I wasn't able to get there, but I'm going to go tip my hat to KQKC for his for his birthday this week. Daniel Staley says, salute to the OGs. Sirius Jones said, I believe it's too hard to compare generational sports figures. Endless conversations. It is. And D-Style Boxing with a tip of the hat. Thank you so much, man. The Cali Enigma Sports Entertainment said, blood is the funniest ninja on YouTube. That's why I said Keith Thurman-ish, because I wanted you to go off. Straight hilarious. Don't ever change. Yeah, man, you don't get to change blood boxing, homie. You don't get to change blood boxing.
I'm waiting on you, Cali. We gonna see you next week, okay? I'm waiting on you, Cali Enigma, the Bay Area's finest.
Even though blood boxing has probably cost me $300 in monetization, I'ma fuck with him because that's my dude. Woolbag, and actually behind the scenes, I always tell him make sure you do it because I don't really care about that shit. I want you guys to be able to experience the fucking excellence that is blood boxing. And there ain't two blood boxings. Woolbag said, question for the panel: who would win in a fight between Clarissa Shields and Breakus at 147? And then Rap Critic said Clarissa has a chance to fight a man in Jimenez. Woolbag, hey man, why don't you get? I'll pass that to back to KQKC for that question because I ran off on his time a lot. Go ahead.
Okay, it's all good, but yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask Kurt about what you think about that, Kurt. About first of all, Landria getting a pass on the testosterone. When AJ got the same thing. I don't.
Who are you talking about?
Alejandra
Jimenez.
Jimenez.
Let me explain what that situation is. This is not a pass on the testosterone.
Okay.
The Jimenez situation is this. Jimenez was rumored, she had fought a lady before, not Dezern or whatever her name is that she just fought. And the lady said that she was born a man. The WBC came out and lit into them and said that they thought that they were just being homophobic or whatever. But the manager of Jimenez said, no, we have proof. Other people have come forward that this woman was born as her name really isn't she wasn't born Alejandra Jimenez. She was born Alexandra Jimenez. She walks like a man, talks like a man, got a deep voice, got an Adam's apple on her. And so the issue is whether or not this lady was actually born a man. It wasn't testosterone injections and all that. It's whether or not she was born a man. So the lady who said it,
Ewell, right?
Yeah, she said what Ewell said was that they were covered, that the WBC was covering up because they want to make a fight between Jimenez, Alejandra Jimenez, and Clarissa Shields. So that's the background on it.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, KQ.
Okay. Now, the question I just want to ask this question real fast. I'm not for sure. They have blood tests for that to tell if you're born a man or a woman. So,
Gregory Wyatt said there's a chromosomal test.
okay.
So I don't know what that means. I don't mean if that's a blood test or whether that is whether it's some other type of DNA test or whatever. But there's a way that you can look for the Y chromosome. That's because the men is a woman has two X chromosomes and a man has an X and a Y chromosome. So what Gregory Wyatt said is, and shout out to Gregory Wyatt, is that you can do a chromosomal test and to determine whether or not that person was born a man or born a woman, because you can't transplant chromosomes.
Wow.
Yeah, women have hardback, step back said women have two X's, men have an X and Y. That they don't teach you in that biology in Simeon. Where'd you go to CVS or Simeon?
No, Calumet.
Calumet. Oh yeah, they don't teach that at Calumet.
No, they don't teach that at Calumet. They teach you go through that metal detector, goddamn.
Oh damn! KQKC just threatened me. Damn, I got that. Yes, sir. I won't fuck with you no more, sir. Damn, he said, nah, man, they teach us how to, they teach us about the metal detectors, man. Keep talking for now. Keep talking. I got you. Oops.
They're trap house. Now we talk about Alexandra Jimenez. Now she says she has 3 kids. Okay, and I don't have no proof of that. But what do you think about that situation?
I mean, y'all said she was born a man, but how she had 3 kids? Trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm not for sure. That's the rumor that Ewell said. A fighter
that's the one that Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Ain't he Julio Cartel? That's what I heard. 78 Sports used to call him Julio the Cartel, pinning Chavez Jr. babies on that guy like that, on that man Jimenez. Because Jimenez is definitely a man. There's no doubt about that.
You think
so?
I
mean, if Jimenez is a man, then Jimenez need to be in there with the men fighting. Why is she getting the pass why is he getting the pass for fighting with women? You understand what I'm saying? First of all, but I don't even really know too much about Jimenez. I've been hearing all this talk about Jimenez. But I mean, if this is supposed to be a threat for Clarissa Shields or whatever the case may be, then line them up. I want to see it. I mean, is she some big knockout puncher? What's going on with her?
Well, no, she's not a very good fighter, man or woman, the way it looked the other night. But it's just the point of her agenda, her gender as a man or a woman, because what it's saying is that the WBC is covering up for her to set up a fight for her and Clarissa Shields, which is not really a big fight, because Clarissa Shields will beat her the way it looked, the way she fought the other night.
So it probably would be a good little storyline thing for Clarissa Shields beating the closest thing to a man, huh?
Right. I guess so. But the WBC, now, if this come out to be true, I think they'd be in a lot of trouble covering it up if they knew about it. So what you think about it, Kurt?
This is America in a nutshell, man. America is a dirty, filthy place where anything goes. I think they're trying to cover up for Jimenez, man. The way she sounded, I ain't never heard no woman sound like that. Well, except for the center that used to play basketball. I forgot her name for Baylor, but it's just weird to me when she was on the mic, the way she was sounding, and there's no proof that she's a woman, but it's wrong if you put a transgender or a man turned into a woman in a ring with a woman. yeah, I mean, I just think the whole thing is bizarre and fishy at the same time, man. I don't know what to think. I really don't. With stuff like this, I feel like I'm out of place, man. I never thought I'd see the day where I can't tell the difference between a man and a woman fighting in a boxing ring. So, I don't have much to weigh on, but if that's a man, she should be fined and penalized. My gut feeling is I think so, man. I saw the fight, and I don't know. I just think that something's wrong. There's something just quite not right, and I just don't. I mean, I'm not in the inside looking out. I just don't know. I just don't know. But I don't know what to say. I really don't. I'm at a standstill. So hopefully we'll get more information.
Right. Because the fighter she fought was Ewell. She said she had a tuck and cut, if you know what I mean, in the private. And so I don't know, and how she know all this, it's just a gossipy thing. That's all, and I just wait and let's wait and see what comes out of it, because that's the only thing, you basically do. You can assume all day long, but it's no use in putting false narratives out there and whatever on the young lady or man. But just tell us the truth. That's all. So, how you feel about it, Blood?
Oh, sorry about that. I'm gonna come off mute, man.
Yeah, I figured you was on mute. Yeah.
Jimenez to me was not only born a male, he was born a man. Jimenez was that nigga that you saw with a goatee in your 5th grade class. I'm telling you, man. Jimenez was that nigga that will fuck your girl on your bed while you at work. He'll fuck you, okay? That's the kind of nigga that Jimenez is. Jimenez will eat your pussy wife so good, nigga, that your wife will become bedridden, okay? But at some point, Jimenez decided that he didn't want to be a man anymore. He decided instead he wanted to be a trans, my nigga. There's a little difference between a trans and a man, but I don't believe in all that transgender. You's a fucking sissy in a dress, okay? You a man with a sissy. And that's what he is, He had a sex change and now he want to beat up on butch bitches, okay? He mad at them because he can't reproduce, my nigga. That's pretty much what it is with him. He also still mad about the butch bitch that broke his poor little achy breaky heart with a pussy fart. Then he became a tart, my nigga. Listen, on the real, a blood test is needed, okay? The chromosome test, whatever you call it, because the bitch ass nigga was born in Mexico. So you can't trust their birth certificates over there. They do all kind of fucked up shit. That's why everyone trying to come across the border, because they getting fucked over there in Mexico. Mixing up birth certificates, man. Them motherfuckers ain't legit. She don't got no damn kids. A man can't have a kid. A fucking man. That's part of the reason why the bitch mad, because he can't reproduce. Now they're gonna try to talk about this motherfucker got some children. I want to see the test, nigga. Get me the test. I want to put that bitch on what's that show? Maury Povich. Put that motherfucking bitch on Maury Povich. Let's see the test, man. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Okay, well, that's the end of that till we hear further notice, because I'm quite sure we'll hear more about it next week. More about it will come out, and hopefully we can get to the bottom of it. So right now, they said the fighter of the decade.
Hey, can I answer the question?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't know what's going on here,
I'm new to this. I'm new to this. Okay. All right, give me a break, goddammit. All right. Okay. Yes. Go ahead, Fanai. Answer the question.
Thank you, brother. Hey, I don't know if it's gossip or not. That they just got to find out, man. Take a test, whatever they do, they work that out. I have no idea whether she is or whether she's not, or whether it was or it wasn't. I have no idea. But I will tell you that that's a big problem in sports, because, but it's not something that should be taken lightly. And the people that believe that's the case, just have them be ignored. I don't think that's right, because there's already in the United States, there are boys who transition to female, who are now setting high school records in the 100 meters. They're winning state championships in wrestling, and it's unfair. It's unfair. And So, and it's something that is legitimately happening. So I don't think you can take the approach that it's just nothing that, oh no, it's just, there's no reason for whoever it was to believe, whatever, I forget what her name is, whatever her name was, for her to believe that, or for the manager to believe that, because it's something that's happening in sports. It's not something that is just, you're making up. That's like when people say, hey, I think this person's on steroids. I think this person's on steroids. But you don't have proof. Well, people, it's not unreasonable to think somebody could be on steroids because it's known that there are a lot of people on steroids. So I think you should have to do that just like you do, just because it's something that's happening more and more and something that's being encouraged in society, that's something you also have to test for. And you just make it a mandatory part of your testing. Hey, we need to know, here's your piece of paper. Were you born a male? No, I was not. Well, if you're not, you can't fight, because it's just not that, because you can change let me try to use this the right way. It can be argued that you can change your gender, right? Which is, right. Do you want to wear a dress? Do you want your name? You want a female pronoun or a male pronoun? But you cannot change the fact that you are a male, or whatever you want to call the fact that you have a Y chromosome and can produce significant amounts of more testosterone and are stronger and have physical advantages in a sport that is a physical sport. The foundation of it is strength and speed, and women should not have to compete with men in sports. It's just like, you can't, for sure there's two men that have a little girl walking with them and they call them, that they say, oh, they're our daughter. No, they're not. It might be one of your daughters, but she came up out of a woman, and it's just what it is. You know what I mean? No, you're not a woman. You can say that you can be, I call you whatever, Alejandra, and even if they let you use a bathroom with other women, hey man, you use a bathroom, you could have got your shit cut off, but hey man, you're still a dude. It's just what it is. You can't change that. So I think that it's reasonable to have it tested, and anybody that wants to have an answer to the question shouldn't be hit with personal attacks because they're concerned about it. Like I said, there are girls who worked extremely, extremely hard to become track athletes, run the 100 meters. They're doing everything that they're supposed to do, all getting the technique, doing the workouts. And then you have a boy who decides that he's a girl and he just gets to walk out there and blow the field away, right? Because he's a boy, not because he trained harder or because he's playing on an uneven playing field. And that shouldn't be allowed in boxing with steroids or people coming in there with, who have changed. Now, I can't speak of Jimenez again. I don't know. Maybe it is. They just believe that, and it's not true. It's kind of like a dude. That very well could be the case. My only issue is with people that would, like with the WBC, who jumped on the manager and jumped on the fighter as if, they were just doing that out of hatred. But no, man, they're doing it because they believe that to be the case, and it is something that is happening a lot in society. Don't attack them. Just answer the question. Is she or is she not? And provide some proof. Just like if somebody says somebody's on steroids, what would you say? Oh, you think Canelo Alvarez on steroids? He passed this test. What test? The VADA test. So, hey, man, maybe we don't know that he is, but we definitely looked into it to see whether he was or whether he wasn't. Same thing should be with Jimenez. Okay, we'll check into that, and we'll see if that's the case and get back with you. I think that's reasonable.
Hey, y'all, can we make it through the full agenda? We got two more subjects, so I want us to speed it up so we could.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay. Now, everybody heard about the fighter of the decade. All right. Now, Sports Illustrated came out with fighter of the decade, and they chose none other than Andre Ward. Now, I have a problem with that because, first of all, a decade is 10 years. Andre Ward was out for 2 years. And, of course, he beat out Floyd Mayweather, which he admit himself that a couple moves that Floyd Mayweather has, like going to the stern when he started off filling out his opponent, he got that from Floyd. Then the check hook, he got that from Floyd. So how can he beat out the highest paid athlete in the world, basketball, football, baseball, whatever? And how can he beat out the undefeated fighter? And while he was sitting out for 2 years, Floyd was doing his thing and keep on beating people left and right. And the competition was better, if it was cherry picked or not. So you tell me, Trap House, how do they come up to that conclusion? Do they have a hidden agenda?
Well, I mean, you got to look at it like this. I mean, both of those guys was I think Floyd had a layoff too. He laid off for what, 2 years or something like that. I mean, they looking at the Super Six. What was it, the Super Six or whatever the case may be?
Right.
And if you look at Ward's resume, I mean, he didn't cherry pick none of those guys. I'm not saying that he had a better resume than Floyd or anything like that, but I mean that's really a hard argument, man. I mean, because when you look at it, a lot of people they're gonna factor in the money factor, you know, and when you factor that in, then you know, of course, people are gonna have a problem with it. They're gonna lean towards Floyd. But if you look at just the body of work, it's still a tough argument, man, because both of those guys knocked out top level guys. You know, it just depends on. To me, in my opinion, it depends on what you like and how you like it in the fashion that it was done. You know, I really don't have no argument on that one, man. They could have went, you know, it's whatever.
But see, Trap, I like Andre Ward hit the canvas. Floyd never hit the canvas.
I mean, that don't mean nothing, though. I mean,
I'm just saying different categories, you know. Like,
yeah,
like
yeah. I see what you're saying. I mean, that's going to be a tough little argument, man. You know. To me, you really can't go wrong. You know, I didn't really know, you know, follow up with everybody what they had to say about it, but just me looking at it from, you know, now, I mean, it could have went either way.
Okay, I see. I'm interested to see what Kurt got to say about it. What about it, Kurt?
Yeah, I will say Floyd Mayweather because in the decade he beat two great fighters, Canelo and Pacquiao, and he made it look easy. He made the biggest fights he ever had and the most dangerous fights he ever had made it look easy. Pacquiao only won 3 rounds. Canelo maybe 1 round, if that. You know, so you know, he dominated the decade, and he should be fighter of the decade. You know, he's just a better fighter than Ward. And Ward had a great decade. I would have him second. But I will have Floyd as the winner, as the fighter of the decade, you know, because those two fighters alone, he went undefeated for a whole career. But it was mainly those two fights that did it for me, you know. So I got Mayweather.
Okay. That's the same thing. I said, and I looked in the chat. I think Top Cat feel the same way too. And so tell me, Blood, how you feel about it.
Okay, yeah. Oh, but to legendary Top Cats, what I meant to say is, yes, I do have Seminole Indian blood from my grandfather. So yeah, good call, man, on that one. As for the
you got Keith Thurman blood.
What you said?
You got Keith Thurman blood. That's just the Thurman in you.
Nah, I ain't no damn Keith
Thurman's mom was your auntie.
White mom, bro. I don't have a white mom. Keith Thurman does. Okay, so that's the difference. Both my parents are black. So anyway, listen, man. First of all, to talk about the layoff is ridiculous because I just counted the fights, and Andre Ward had more fights in the decade than Floyd Mayweather. 2 more fights than him. So that just shows you how inactive Floyd Mayweather was when he was going around cherry picking fights. Okay, Andre Ward deserved that award because he came in off the decade starting with that Super 6 tournament. Okay, he had no control over who he fought. He was fighting the top guys. Floyd Mayweather was going around picking fighters like Victor Ortiz and people like that. Okay, and plus, like I said, yes, he was inactive, but count the fights up in the decade. He had more fights, and every one of Andre Ward fights was something serious, except for when he came back and had those 2 fights when he was first coming back off that layoff. But he's the one who did the damage. He made Kovalev damage goods. He fought guys like Chad Dawson, even though Dawson came down and was a little bit weight drained, but he fought top guys. Dawson asked for it, okay? Sullivan Barrera ain't no damn pushover, and Carl Froch and Arthur Abram and Alan Green had some momentum at the time. Kessler is a very good fighter. Kessler, I think, went back to 2009 because actually the tournament started in 2009, so I can't give him credit for the Kessler fight because that's not this decade. But in my opinion, he had the better resume because he had no control, no guidance over who he's going to fight except for the end, and he took the big fight that everybody was thinking that he wasn't going to take and all of that. In my opinion, Andre Ward is a better fighter than Floyd Mayweather ever was because Floyd Mayweather never proved it against any black fighters. Once again, you can't be a top fighter. I'm glad that this guy's not getting recognized for some of these accolades because he doesn't deserve it. He will always be remembered as a cherry picker because that's what he did. His stupid ass fans, like I told you, they're sissies, man. All of his fans, pretty much for the most part, 95% of them are sissy boys, okay? They followed around him while he was going around talking bad about his own people. Once again, outside of the ring, he's one of the worst low-life boxers I've ever seen. His fans tried to compare him to Ali. They know nothing about Ali because outside of the ring, Floyd did take stances. Like that time he agreed with that owner, Hymus or whatever the fuck his name is, while all of us was making a stand against that NBA owner. He had to let y'all stupid-ass Negroes know that he was down with that motherfucker and that as long as he don't call him nigga, that he cool with it, all right? When that Gucci shit went on, all right, he went out and I know I'm talking about outside the ring, but I'm just letting you know that he's a flaw-ass nigga and you guys continue to support this fuck-ass cherry picker, all right? I'm glad he's not getting no awards. He don't deserve Fighter of the Year for the past decade nor this decade because he cherry-picked the whole time, all right? And in the 1990s, there was too many good fighters that was in their prime. So them little 3 years that he fought in the 1990s, he was never no Fighter of the Decade. Ali was Fighter of the Decade 2 times, okay? 2 times in the 1960s and the 1970s. Don't you ever compare him to Ali again. And don't compare him to none of the other welterweights like Sugar Ray Leonard and all of them who got black fighters on their resume. He was going around picking flat-footed Mexicans the whole time, and y'all dumbasses sat there and supported that shit. Andre Ward, Fighter of the Decade, hands down. That's all I got to say.
Oh, all right. Well, Fanon, what do you have to say about Pretty Boy Floyd / Money Mayweather and Andre Ward?
Well, man, seriously, I don't think Floyd Mayweather deserved the award, and I don't think Andre Ward deserved the award. It's obvious who deserved the award because this person became one of the greatest fighters, if not the greatest fighter that has ever lived, and is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, has won the fights in 3 divisions, moving down in weight. The great Clarissa Shields should easily be the Fighter of the Decade for 2000-2010. That's what I believe. I would much rather see Clarissa Shields as the Fighter of the Decade than any of those men that she would beat quite easily.
Man, cut it out, man. Stop, man. Stop. You know you're lying through your teeth, man. Come on, man.
Why not? Why not?
He said in the last 2 years.
You gotta be crazy, bro. You got to be out your motherfucking mind, man.
Why can't Clarissa Shields be Fighter of the Decade?
I could go with Deontay Wilder.
She is the only woman that could beat.
Let you know,
she's the only woman that can beat Keith Thurman. She can beat a man. She's the first woman to be a top 5 pound for pound fighter ever. Look at Kurt.
Look at Kurt.
His face.
Y'all know Clarissa Shields was a teenager 10 years ago, man. Cut that out.
What?
Was she about 12, 10 years ago?
No, her whole career has been this decade. Her whole career has been this decade. She has won a 147, 54-pound title, 160-pound title, 160-pound, 68-pound title. She's
Women
on
don't
many boxing
women
scholars.
count.
Top
Women's
10
boxing
pound
is
for pound.
underdeveloped.
What woman has ever been a top 10 pound for pound?
Fanon,
She is
women's
past
boxing is
your whole career
underdeveloped.
in 8 fights. Come
But
on,
no.
man. If it's not her, it's Lomachenko.
Fanon,
It's
cut it out, man.
Lomachenko.
No damn Lomachenko. Now, I could go with Deontay Wilder because Wilder won the belt in 2015. Listen, Wilder won the belt in 2015, and he continues to knock people out, and he's going towards a record, okay? So I can understand you saying Wilder, but I don't. Clarissa Shields don't count. She's not a man. Stop bigging this girl up. That's women's boxing. Women's boxing needs to be separated from males boxing, okay? It's underdeveloped. There's no women fighting. All the women work at Walmart and shit like that. There ain't no women out there fighting, man. Okay? That shit is, and just for them transgender motherfuckers, they need to have tranny boxing for them too. Separate all these motherfuckers, all right? Separate the women from the men and the trannies from the women. Okay, if you want to be
Man,
in them
you
boxing,
tell me somebody that has done this. Clarissa Shields is the greatest woman fighter of all time. And what she's done in 10 fights is better than what another woman did who had 23 wins as an undisputed champion. And 23 wins as a unified champion, 11 title defenses as an undisputed champion. Do you realize that those are Joe Louis type of numbers? Those are Joe Louis.
Come on, man. You're going to get me to go in on Clarissa again, man. Come on, man. Come on.
I'm just trying to make an argument. Those are Joe Louis type of numbers.
You're trolling.
You're trolling. Listen, the fans say it's true. The fans say it's true, so it must be true. Clarissa Shields has to be, if she has done more than Cecilia Brækhus, she is clearly the fighter of the decade. If you accept the premise that she has done more than Cecilia Brækhus, clearly she is fighter of the decade, and she should be pound for pound men's. Now, I know everything that I said is horse shit, okay? I know everything I just said is horse shit. But I just wanted to say that horse shit so y'all could hear how much horse shit y'all are talking. Because if what you're saying is true, if she should be on a male's pound for pound list, if she does have a greater record than Cecilia Brækhus, then she should fucking be fighter of the fucking decade, because ain't nobody else done no shit like that in 9 fights. It's garbage. But on the real though, I think that the fighter of the decade, there's an argument for Andre Ward. The problem with Floyd is this, that he's caught between decades. But really, I think the reason that Chris Mannix gave it to him is because they couldn't find a way to give it to Manny Pacquiao. They had heard the arguments that he did beat Manny Pacquiao and he did beat Canelo Alvarez in this decade, so we can't give it to Manny Pacquiao. So who else can we give it to other than Floyd Mayweather Jr.? Floyd Mayweather Jr. being the most significant fighter in the decade, I think, is pretty clear. Andre Ward is tremendously, tremendously underrated, but I also think that there's an argument for Deontay Wilder too. But Floyd did get the Boxing Writers Association of America Fighter of the Decade, though. So it's not like he hasn't.
Yeah, but they don't count. The Boxing Writers of America. You don't even like these guys, Fanon. You don't like them.
Like who?
You're going around all over your Twitter page fucking with these guys, man. So you, nigga, you.
No, I know who I am.
You don't like them niggas, man. So what do
you like?
Because the Boxing Writers of America's guys like that guy, the fucking light-skinned guy with the ponytail, and
I like the
Chinese guy. Those guys holding them votes, man. Nobody care about what them niggas think.
I don't like those dudes. I don't like Chris Mannix either. He's a member of the Boxing Writers Association of America.
Sports Illustrated is the bigger award, okay? It's the bigger award, and Andre Ward
is the Boxing Writers Association of America too.
And Dan Raphael.
Yeah, ESPN is Boxing Writers Association of the. There's a lot of guys I do like. Like I think Phil Magno is a member of the Boxing Writers Association of America. I just don't like Dan Rayfield. I don't fuck with Steve Kim at all. I think Chris Mannix would rather be covering baseball. Max Kellerman got over because he met Sweet Pea. Mark Cragle got over because he met Holmes. So those are just some guys that got there. They got introduced into boxing because a black fighter gave them an interview, and they parlayed that into a career. Yet they turn around and shit on them as soon as the shit becomes convenient for them. So no, I'm not a big fan of the boxing writer.
Blue Blood the link, please. Go, Fanon, is it all right if Blue Blood comes on here and explains this part real quick?
As long as you don't complain about this show going over, we're 10:08. Blood, and you chastise.
We're going to talk about Anthony Joshua.
We got one more subject, and then
just give the mic to Blue Blood real quick. Let me hear what he got to say.
Okay, it's okay with me if it's okay with Fanon.
Yeah, go ahead. About Blue Blood getting on. We can talk about that other subject.
I gotta roll. His number is like.
Well, we could do two. We could do both at the same time.
He got blue. The only problem with sending Blue Blood a link is that he got a name that I always forget because I'm always looking for Blue Blood, and that's not his Gmail. But I sent you a link to what I think is your email, Blue. Who is next if we're going over?
Okay, Anthony Joshua, and who should he fight next? Pulev or who? Well,
AMG too. Clarissa Shields is the greatest woman because she revived women's boxing. Then I guess Anthony Joshua is the greatest fighter ever because he reinvigorated British boxing. What sense does that make? No disrespect to you, man, but come on, man. AJ's bigger than Clarissa Shields.
AMG. Okay. Yeah.
All right, what we doing here? We talking or what?
I sent Blue Blood the link.
Okay, so we can roll on then.
Okay, Joshua, should he fight Pulev? Trap?
What's that?
Should Joshua fight Pulev after he beat Ruiz? Should he go ahead on and fight Pulev next? Or who should he fight next? You hear me?
Damn, somebody got a dog barking. Got a dog in his ass. Man, go on and get that dirt road mud out the way and let us know what. Get that dirt road mud. Get that Sanford dirt road mud out the way, Trap Boss.
That's Zeus, ain't it?
That's the dog in the background.
That's phenomenal.
Making all that damn noise.
Oh.
But no.
So what you think?
AJ gonna fight Pulev. He gonna fight Pulev next, bro. He ain't. You know, he ain't gonna fight Usyk. I keep telling y'all, if he fight Usyk, he gonna lose. Y'all think I'm joking? He ain't gonna fight Usyk. Huh? What's that?
Okay,
no, I don't think you're joking. I think Usyk would beat his ass too. That's why he's gonna fight old ass Pulev.
And I'm telling you, I think I mean another one of the belts, but I don't think he's gonna hold all those belts, man. I don't think so. It's a easy risk for him to lose because he ain't that good of a fighter to hold all those belts together anyway. I mean, we've seen that. He just don't. No, I ain't even gonna compare him to what I was gonna say. But yeah, that was just it, man. He gonna fight Pulev next. That's what he gonna do. And then we might see a rematch between him and Charles Martin, or the winner of Charles Martin and Gerald Washington. That's what's gonna happen.
Okay. What you think, Blood?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I thought I can't. I'm getting, man. You know what, man? This guy Anthony Joshua, man, he's really taken a downfall in popularity. Okay. Me personally, I think Pulev has a good chance against him. I think Usyk has a good chance against him. This guy, man, it's a shame what those dark chuckers did to Anthony Joshua. I can tell you, I don't give extreme Joshua fans a second of my time anymore, okay? They have contributed heavy to the downgrading of Anthony Joshua by exaggerating his accomplishments and pushing a line promoter's words as law. Only a New Age fight fan would validate the words of a line-ass promoter like Eddie Hearn. They know nothing about Don King, Bob Arum, the Dover family, the Goosens, and so on. They do indeed know about Frank Baloney Pony Maloney. Do you guys know who Frank Baloney Pony Maloney is? Do any of y'all know who that is out there in Great Britain, all you dart chuckers, huh? If y'all don't know Frank Baloney Pony Maloney, let's just say he used to be called Frank Maloney. Now the homo has a new name, Francis Maloney. These are the type of feminine promoters that England breeds. Eddie Hearn reminds me somewhat of Baloney Pony Maloney. Dart chuckers are also the most uncoordinated, non-athletic fight fans to ever come to the sport. 180! They're still mad at me for all the chins that I checked and grills that I wrecked when I was over there in England, when I was living in Brixton. That's what I used to do. I used to check chins and wreck chins over there. That's what I became known for. They still mad at me for stealing their Beano and Dandy comic books. The Brits would know what I'm talking about. They mad because I had the biggest marble collection in the neighborhood. These motherfuckers couldn't even aim right and hit the marble. Most of their sports have to do with aiming. Y'all ever notice that? That's why them sissies don't have guns over there. They don't know how to use fucking guns. That's why Germans kick their motherfucking ass, all right? They needed Americans to assist them because they couldn't aim their fucking guns right, all right? Just like they can't aim the fucking dart and the fucking marble, all right? That's their sport over there. Darts and marbles. That's the kind of shit. That's their national sports over there in England. They still mad that Michael Jackson bought the Beatles collection. They still mad at me for all the milk I used to steal off their doorsteps on my way to school. I used to leave the apple juice on the doorstep because that shit was sweeter than AJ punk ass. That's why they call him AJ, for that sweet ass apple juice they used to put on the doorstep in the morning. And the Brits know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm fucking talking about, okay? They still mad at me for stealing they Smarties and Maltesers. I told them dumb Brits not to flaunt that shit in front of me, okay? I warned them damn dart chuckers. And I wanted to go in on these dart chuckers because they still come to my page all the time talking shit and harassing me and all of that stuff. Y'all leave me alone, okay? I'm still mad at their asses too. I'm still mad at them for making me wear skin-tight uniform to school, okay? Y'all motherfuckers made me wear that skin-tight ass whack uniform when I was going to school out there. I'm mad at them for separating the girls and the boys at school. That's why their culture reeks of faggotry, okay? I'm mad because not one barber over there could give me a decent lineup, okay? I'm mad at them for having me smoke all that dirt-ass weed they got over there, they known to keep over there. That shit had me hallucinating about darts and snooker. I'm mad at them motherfuckers for playing Wham, Elton John, and the Communards on the radio all fucking day. You want Iron Maiden? You had to go to America to get Iron Maiden. I'm mad at them for the rotation of Boy George and the Culture Club on their weekly show, Top of the Pops. Y'all know about that over there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Americans in here don't, but I'm giving it to you guys today. I'm mad at y'all because y'all ice cream truck ran routes in 0 degrees temperature. I'm mad about that. I'm mad because they some nanny boo boo type ass niggas. That's what them dart chuckers did to AJ. We were supporting AJ until them nanny boo boo ass niggas came acting weird about their new heavyweight sensation. I had to reflect back on their culture and remind myself that they love AJ and they love for AJ don't come from the heart, okay? It don't come from the heart. It comes from a place between the sissy boys' thighs. That's where it comes from. I had to remember that Rectum Itch was their #1 selling over-the-counter pharmaceutical product, okay? I don't care who AJ fights next. Our champion is on his way to 50-0, okay? I don't care if he fights that overhyped ass protected glass jaw Instagram model. Deontay Wilder don't have to fight him. They talk about AJ's 5-fight plan. You guys need to recognize y'all offered Wilder 50-50. Wilder's now 60-40 at this time. AJ is a thing of the past, okay? So stop pushing y'all's weak-ass fighter up in her face, okay? Y'all still talking shit. This guy still ain't signed to fight nobody. He's going to sign to fight an old-ass man. He's not going to fight Usyk. Me and Trap House Boxing both know that Usyk will whoop AJ's punk ass, all right? That's what I got to say.
All right. Very good. Very good. Yes, sir. So what about you, Kurt? How you feel about it?
I think he's gonna fight Pulev next. He's gonna beat Pulev. Pulev is not that dangerous of a fighter. He feels comfortable fighting Pulev. Pulev not that good. His last performance was terrible. So that's the way I see it's going. Anybody who hit Joshua can beat him. Usyk most likely will beat him. Joshua not that good, man. So I want to see what happens after the Pulev fight, after he knocks out Pulev in 4 rounds. That's all I have to say.
Okay. And Fanan, what you think about AJ fighting Pulev or Usyk or whoever?
Don't care.
Okay.
Don't care nothing about who he's fighting next. Don't care about what he's doing next. That shit is like almost completely irrelevant. Pop went the weasel a while ago. Let me get a couple of these. I was on my way to get these super chats though.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Because AJ so what, man? The fight is happening in February with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Focus Boss said, "I'm dying laughing in the gym. Blood." Bevel, the champ said, "Fighter of the decade should be Ward, Wilder, or B-Hop for being champion at 50 years old. Floyd is about to face Conor McGregor again. Shake my head." Rap Critic said, "Jimenez got tainted meat for real." I think that catches up. But I would like to, in lieu of talking about the irrelevant Anthony Joshua, in somewhat close connection, I want to claim again this. Whoever said, and respect to you, but I just do not believe that you actually. I think what you said is faulty. Clarissa Shields being the greatest woman of all time because she revitalized women's boxing. Let me explain to you the parallel that I made with AJ, and then I'll make a different one so that you'll see it in a different light. When I said that AJ revitalized UK boxing, that's the truth. So I guess that means that he's the greatest boxer ever, because the UK boxing and women's boxing to me are about the same freaking thing. But if you don't like my AJ comparison, how about this? How about Jack Dempsey revitalized boxing when he beat Jess Willard and became a really big star in the 1920s? That does not, just because he revitalized boxing does not make him the greatest fighter of all time. Okay? She shouldn't be considered. And what happens in this scenario? What happens if 2 people revitalize the sport? Like Layla Ali revitalizing women's boxing, and then Clarissa Shields later revitalized women's boxing. And before Layla Ali revitalized women's boxing, Christy Martin revitalized women's boxing. So, which are all 3 of them the greatest because they all revitalized boxing? Okay, it's just that to me does not make. See, General Long, let me tell you what you guys are not going to do, but I did this on a stream already. I'm not dumb, okay? You can say a lot of things about me. Me being stupid ain't one of them, which means I can keep a conversation straight. You said she's the greatest woman of all time. I'm telling you, I look at that issue. You want to change the subject to who can beat who? I'm not going to go there with you, okay? That's some other argument that I'm not having with you. I said I can name fighters that have done more in their career than Clarissa Shields has, so I cannot call her the greatest woman of all time. And you all want to always change the fucking subject to try to win an argument, even if that means you got to change the whole fucking argument to, well, who could beat who? I don't know. We'll see when they fight. But I'll tell you this. She got 10 fights. Get the fuck off that. Oh, she's the greatest woman of all time shit. It just is a bad argument. But you know it's a bad argument, which is why you always try to switch on to something else. I'm done.
Okay. Well, me personally, I think I really don't care about Anthony Joshua because, he really disappointed me from the get-go. And number 2, I really wanted to see him and Wilder fight. That never came to fruition, and I know why. And with him, Dylan White, and everything else, from him spreading his legs from here to Texas, I don't know about that either. So and it's just something about the UK where everybody got a lot of feminism in them. Not everybody, but some of the athletes do. And right now, that'd be the wise choice for AJ because I don't think he's a top-notch heavyweight with a chin, and he better fight someone like a Pulev because like Houston might outbox him, might not outpunch him, but outbox him. And of course, you don't want to run up against Wilder, So there you go, So he'd rather sit there and drop a belt than try to get one belt, So I really don't care. So, but
yeah, and Wilder and Tyson Fury, KQKC, in my opinion, those two are the most. They're the two livest heavyweights out there. They're the best two heavyweights. The fight that we're getting next month, man, is the best two heavyweights, and it's actually, man, this fight is a legendary fight. It's gonna kick off the 2020s, okay? And so far this century, that has been the most significant heavyweight fight, the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder fight. That's the fight that really solidified the end of the Klitschko era, put a nail in it. Anthony Joshua was just media created. It's so funny how that guy went from something to nothing. All right, now nobody knows Anthony Joshua. Nobody knew him there anyway. They didn't really know him other than boxing circles. We're finding out now. Miss Boxing had a live stream the other night. There was someone from England on her show. Didn't even know who the fuck Anthony Joshua is. These motherfuckers don't know him. So I just want to show you guys how a fan base could destroy a boxer. All right, a fan base single-handedly destroyed that fighter, man. The Dark Chuck, as they're called. And that was for you guys, man. My last rant was for you guys over there in the UK.
And I want to say one thing real quick, man. Like, far as AJ, I don't care about AJ until he fight Wilder or Fury or somebody that's worthy. That's a threat or something like that. Other than that,
he needs to fight Ortiz, man. What they're trying to wait for.
Exactly.
He got protected from Ortiz. That the WBA, what they did, that was really fucked up. And I think it's really sad that this clown is still holding some belts, man. He needs to come up off them belts. I know he's going to give the belt up because he don't want to fight Usyk, but now we're going to have 3 heavyweight champions. All I want is for our champion, Deontay Wilder, to get what his credit, man. Put them belts on the line and give him a chance to fight for those belts, man. That's all I'm saying. Luis Ortiz is out there. Yeah, Cali Enigma spoke about this several times. Dillian White didn't want to fight Luis Ortiz. In my opinion, Dillian White don't deserve a shot against our champion. If our champion wants to knock out Dillian White, he'll be stupid to go over to England anytime and fight Joshua or Dillian White and have to deal with UCOD, who doesn't tell people about illegal substances that are in the other fighter system. They give passes and stuff like that. Exemptions, I think they call. So they grant those over there all the time, man. So it's best for Wilder to stay over here in this country until they can get all that steroid shit worked out over there. Dillian White is a fucking dopehead. And to have a guy, Dean White, his name is, change his name, shows you what kind of faggot shit they into over there. That's just the way, that's all I got to say.
All right. Okay. Anybody else? Anything else on Fanon?
Yeah, I want to say something. Since Blood brought it up.
Okay.
Yeah, man, that whole thing, you guys will ruin fans that overhype fighters and get all crazy behind them will help ruin a fighter. Because something you don't get, man, some people seem like they don't get, is for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. When you try to shove a fighter down somebody's throat, the people get offended by that shit. And if you liking them is one thing, right? And that's what the AJ fans did. Liking him is one thing. Because they had AJ lost a lot of fans, man. A lot of fans with the way that his fans were behaving. Because it's one thing to say that your fighter is good, but there's another thing to try to tear down everybody else because you like your fighter. So you say what AJ fans would do is they would say, AJ has won these fights, right? Like, for example, I just responded when I was on my chat, right, to somebody that said in the comment section, they were like, fun fact, after 18 fights, what did it say? AJ was fighting Vladimir Klitschko in the 18th fight for Deontay Wilder, he was fighting, I don't know who it was he was fighting. Just say, he was fighting some damn body that wasn't a champion, right? And then I was sitting there like, hold on, man. The fact that AJ did something great, and I thought he did do something great at the time. I was amped for Anthony Joshua after that Vladimir Klitschko fight. The fact that he did that doesn't mean that Deontay Wilder's a bum. It's not an either or. It's not an either or. It's not an either or. It's not an either or proposition. You can actually say that, man, I really think that Anthony Joshua's a great fighter, and man, Deontay Wilder's a great fighter too. But what a lot of you guys do is because you have a zeal for your fighter, you immediately turn everybody else's fighter into garbage, and it doesn't have to be the case. Terrence Crawford, I'm more of a fan of Errol Spence Jr. than I am of Terrence Crawford because I have a personal relationship with somebody that's close to Errol Spence, and I'm in Texas. I like his style, but I'm not saying Terrence Crawford is garbage. I might say he needs to fight somebody, but I'm not going to go and say, oh, he's garbage, he's garbage, he's garbage. Look at he can't take a punch, because that's just not true. Terrence Crawford he's the guy that I have as the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. I can walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. But you can really tear down, you really can cause your fighter a lot of damage by, number one, giving them unrealistic expectations. Because AJ had so much pressure put on him by people. When he fought for his first championship fight in 16 fights or something like that. It's possible that was too early. It's possible that he wasn't ready, because he definitely wasn't ready to come to the United States.
He said he wasn't ready. You remember, Fanon?
Yeah.
He said it out of his own mouth. This is not something we made up. AJ said, as a champion, just like this Rosario guy, you can't carry world belts, and say that I'm not ready. Kurt, have you ever heard of a fighter who has belts who says that they're not ready, other than these guys from today? Do you remember any throwback guys who did this? Because I don't.
No, I mean, it shouldn't, but what I'm. Somebody saying something?
Oh, go ahead, Fanon.
No,
hold on, one second, Fanon. I'm sorry. Blood said something. I stepped away. What'd you say, Blood?
I was saying, Kurt, you know how AJ, you got AJ and you got Rosario, you got these guys, they're holding straps, man, and they're saying that they're not ready they need to step up before they fight certain fighters. What fighters do you know in the past that's ever done that? I can't think of no one other than Mike Tyson around that 97 when he won that belt back, and he was saying he wasn't ready for Lennox Lewis. And he ended up coming off of that strap. But other than that, I can't think of nobody, man, who ever said that I need to tune up as a world, and they're supposed to be a world champion.
Yeah, well, fighters back then was cut differently, man. There's a different day and age, and you hear all kinds of excuses, man. So it's fighters fought back then, and it's just different today. So I'm not ready for this, I'm not ready for that. Holding a belt hostage. So it's something we ought to get used to. It's not good, but that's the way it is.
Yeah,
young Kurt. Let me get a couple of super chats real quick.
Oh, okay.
Cali Enigma said Luis Ortiz was ranked number 4. Oh, actually, I might be skipping one. SB Man Raw Force Brantley says salute, family, and respect. Cali Enigma Sports Entertainment said Luis Ortiz was ranked number 4 in the WBA rankings. He's pursuing AJ and Dillian White, who's rumored to be going the WBA route. Wally the Scott Bay said much respect to how y'all run the show. Y'all let each other shine. Something that's a problem in our community as a whole. Much respect and thanks. Yeah, we all let each other shine except for KQKC don't want me to shine. He keeps skipping over me with questions, but KQKC, man, subscribe to that man's channel, dude. Oh, that's what's up. Drew Titan said next week the Titan returns, so we got a full panel at 6. We can't let no more than 6 people.
Oh shit! Bronx on deck, baby. Bronx on deck.
They got them hours shifted, so that's what's up. I think I got one more super chat. That Sucker Punch. Young Merv the Cup man said that Sucker Punch incident defense is also a bad judgment. I'm not sure what that is, Young Merv the Cut Man. The sucker punch defense. But anyway, just let me finish my last point on that. I just wanted to make the point that, look, man, it's when you go too far supporting the fans the people that you like, you can really, really turn people off, man, from that fighter. And I've had many fighters ruined for me because of fan bases. Lomachenko was ruined for me because of their fan base. Gennady Golovkin was ruined for me because of the fan base. Floyd Mayweather Jr. B&B Boxing said I forgot his super chat. I'll go back and look real quick. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has gotten, when he went too far with that greatest of all time shit. It's like, she who shall remain nameless, dude. You ain't completely ruined her for me yet. But man, y'all are really, really, really trying hard, man. You really, really trying hard, man. Let me see if I get back to B&B. I know I read your super chat though, B&B. But hold on, let me refresh. Hey, go ahead with the communication conversation. I'm gonna look for B&B.
No, I just was gonna say that when you hold a strap, you cannot say that you need a tune up. You cannot say that you're not ready. You got to get your ass in there and fight. See, that's your job. Your job is to always stay ready. And I'm not going to say, I'm not going to try to use J-Rock, but it seemed like he wasn't prepared. It seemed like he didn't train hard like he should have. See, sometimes you get relaxed when you win a belt. You still got to stay hungry. You still got to stay in that gym. You still got to work at it. Nobody need to kick the bed and tell your ass to get up and run. Nobody need to kick the bed and tell you it's time to train. You know what you got to do. You know how you got to do it. You got to take each goddamn fight like it's your last. And that's how you stay on top. That's how you keep them belts. You see what I'm saying? Then that's how you step up. Then you might just become a star. But you got to stay hungry. You got to stay going at it. You got to keep going and going and going. That's what it's all about. So that's all. Anybody else?
All right, I got B&B super chat, man. He says, we're going HB. Happy birthday, KQKC. I'm with you. I'm 43 years old today, man. I don't usually do the gong during the live stream, do OG Boxing Talk, but happy birthday to you, BB. You are exactly 20 years younger. Dang, dog, you were exactly 20 years younger than KQKC.
Thanks, Fanon.
KQ just turned 63 last week. Nah, man, we ain't got any 60. We don't have any 60-year-olds on the panel yet, man. But we working to make sure they're here, though. Yeah, and then Tudor says, salute, fellas, and Bud's gonna be next.
Mm-hmm. All right. She ain't
man, for nine. Go ahead. I'm listening. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be talking. Go ahead.
No. I was just want to know, ain't nobody heard nothing about Ortiz yet. We still ain't heard. Ain't nobody, no Ruiz versus Ortiz, or what's going on for Ortiz.
That's what Callie just put in there. He said that he's going the WBA route and he's looking for a fight with either Dillian White or somebody else. But I have a suspicion he's rolling over in a pile of money right now. That's what I think he's probably doing right now, because he finally got that big payday from that Deontay Wilder fight that other great Cuban fighters never got a chance for, like Guillermo Rigondeaux. Woolbag says the next WBO champion at 154 is who? That's Teixeira. But anyway, go ahead, man. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all on the agenda. Any last words from anybody? Okay.
Hey, Blood, you go. What's your last words, Blood?
He on mute, probably.
KQ Trap, Trap House, you got some last words while we wait for Blood to, get out the bathroom or something?
Oh no, man. Not unless we're closing out. We're closing out now.
Yeah. It's about a wrap.
Oh, okay. Well, no, just follow me on YouTube at Trap House Boxing. You can catch me every Sunday, 9:00 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on OG Boxing Talk right here at Fanai International. And on Twitter, Trap House Boxing. On Instagram, Trap House Boxing.
All right. Okay. Well, any words, Kurt?
Yes, sir. Before I say goodbye, everybody go to Scrapbook Boxing. He did a Hagler versus Hearns versus Leonard this week with the fabulous photos, man. He did a tremendous job. Let's go over there to support him, man. I mean, you got to see it. He did 3 parts. He broke down Marvin Hagler's career against Tommy Hearns, and he fused it with Tommy Hearns versus Sugar Ray Leonard and so on. You know, it's a marvelous piece, man. So go over there to Scrapbook Boxing and see it, man. But my name is Curtis Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar. You can find me on Blue Blood Sports TV Monday through Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and OG Boxing Talk on Phenom Boxing Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right. Okay. What about you, Phenom?
I'll wrap it up at the end, man. Blood,
Okay.
you there?
I'm here, man. I'm sorry I had to go away. I got a call, man.
Okay.
Yeah. What are we doing? Closing out here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man.
Look.
Edition of
Hey, applause to my man KQKC for being the first person to bring us in. We only 40 minutes over. That's 20 minutes less than we usually do. That's very efficient of you, KQ.
Oh, thank
you.
you.
KQ did a great job in the moderation, man. KQ, you did a great job, man.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday,
great job, man.
too, by the way, KQ.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It was yesterday. Thank you. Yeah.
Happy birthday, KQ, man.
We might need you to moderate so you don't fall asleep no more on the show.
Hey, dog, you stole my joke. Damn. Stole my joke.
Man, you know
The whole show.
I be putting in my grind, man. I just be.
I know, man. You know I got to fuck with you a little bit, man. You know I got to jab at you a little bit.
That's that old man. And that's that old man. When you fall asleep, you can be you be wide awake and then going. That's that old man
That's
shit.
that old man. Too many
You got that sleep apnea. You got that sleep apnea.
You shouldn't make
great job. Hey, KQKC, really, really, really good job, man. On moderating. Better than Blood.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know what? I can't even argue about that one, man. KQKC, you did one hell of a job, my brother. You did do a better job than I would ever do. And that's because of the experience that he has putting in on daily live streams. You know what I'm saying? That helps him out. So KQKC, it just came natural to him, man. He's got the experience, and he's better than Fanon, who also is on the live stream every day. You know, so y'all make sure y'all go to KQKC show first before you go to Fanon International. Okay?
How are you going to go to KQKC show first?
Replay. Go watch the replay of Fanon, but just prepare only for KQKC during the week. Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all. Both of these guys are phenomenal, even though they haven't had an edge up since 1999. I think their last edge up was in 99 or something like that.
Shut up and close out. Nigga, don't bite with all that bullshit. Close out on country ass nigga. Oh, country ass England ass nigga. Close out.
Hey, y'all check out. Y'all subscribe to Retro Boxing and Documentaries, man. I got the heavyweight series starting back up. One love to the LDBC. That's it. Peace.
All right, man. And hey, I thank you guys again for coming to OG Boxing Talk, man. We got, again, like Trey X is coming back. I do believe that's the youngest of the OG. Daniel Staley just came in with another super test.
Drew Titan.
What did I say?
Trey X.
Oh, did I? No, Trey X isn't coming on the show. I meant Drew Titan.
God damn.
I don't know why I said Trey. Respect to Trey X. I ain't seen Trey X in a long time.
Go take your old ass sleep, bro. My goodness, man. Go get some sleep.
Man, I slept good last night. That early knockout let me go to bed early. I was happy. I was like, shit, he knocked his ass out that quick. Bedtime. But I do want to say this, though, man. There was my man Ned Tafiti, the quiet assassin, said something I wanted to point out. He said, I'm not on the panel, but I'm in the chat. Every Sunday, I'm 65. Look, man, that means a lot to me. The fact that you got, because there isn't anybody on the panel that is in their 60s. Everybody's above 40. Several of us are 50 and above. And because what we wanted to do with OG Boxing Talk, man, is we want to let people know that you've been lifelong boxing fans from the 60s and 70s. you know, some cats from the 60s, 70s. I do believe my man St. Cruisen's been a boxing fan since the 50s. Look, you guys ain't alone, man. You got the same cats y'all been watching boxing with and enjoying fights with since you were a kid. Even though we never met when we were kids, we were enjoying the same fights. And this social media is a good way for all of us to come together. We don't have to go to chats and stuff with a bunch of people acting kids and acting like kids and doing a bunch of dumb shit, man. We can still, you know, get together and hang out, man, because we all got about another 30 years left on this planet. 30, 40 years left on this planet. I hope we get to spend the whole time chopping it up about boxing, you know, at the end of the week, every week. So I want to thank you to all the OGs out there.
Donald Grant, Donald Grant, 64 too. Donald, yeah. I think his name is Donald Grant. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, Donald Grant, the 64-year-old Donald Grant. Cats like that. I'm sure Scrapbook Boxing is an older cat like us as well. And just so you know, y'all ain't alone. Y'all ain't got to hang out with a bunch of little kids that don't respect the history of boxing, you know? Anyway, it is what it is. Please, if you're a Patreon, go check out my last couple Patreons that I put up. If you're not a member of the channel, man, I invite you again to become a member, OG Boxing Talk member, so we can support these fighters. But I appreciate y'all so much. And we respect you too as well, man. Salute to you, Ned Tafiti, the quiet assassin. And with that, we'll get back with you last week. The greatest moderator ever to walk this planet will be moderating next week, and that is Drew Titan. Get your ass on your job, Drew Titan.
Oh shit, Drew Titan. You said you're coming back, so don't let us not be able to find you next Sunday. Don't let us not be able to find you, Drew.
All right.
And then we'll let KQKC come back in a couple months. KQKC should be back on in a couple weeks, man. I appreciate you guys' help, man. Go subscribe to KQKC. Check out his live streams. He's singing OG. And sorry we couldn't get I'm sorry to Blue Blood Sports TV for not seeing that you asked for the link. Otherwise, I would have sent it to you. I just didn't see it. And when I sent the email, I think Blue Blood was gone by that time. So I hope he didn't take any offense. And with that, we out. Peace.
Peace.